On the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your host, Evan and Bonnie.
.607 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a Falls Count Anywhere. Anything goes on a Friday.
I know that's right.
That's right. Anything goes.
I heard that.
So you can say what you want within reason, talk about what you want within reason, and do what you want within reason.
I know that's right.
So it's going to be a great, interesting show, and I just want to put this out there right off the bat. Okay, right off the bat, something to think about for today. For some reason, I had a dream about bacon last night, and America loves bacon. America's love for bacon is very strong, and the typical American consumes 18 pounds of bacon every year. At more than 908 million pounds sold, and a U.S. population of roughly 321 million people, that's closing in on the average of 3 pounds of bacon for every American. So the question is, besides bacon being so succulent, what do you like to do with bacon? That's the question of the morning. And I want you to think about it. And I'm going to ask for people to call in later on in the program, Bonnie.
Okay.
All right. What do you like to do with bacon? That's going to be the question of the morning. Yes, I know it's a weird topic to talk about this morning, but I want to know what you like to do with bacon.
Now, when you dreamt of bacon during the night, could you actually smell the bacon in your dream?
I was making bacon in my dreams.
Oh, that's a good kind of dream.
Yeah. Don't take it the wrong way,
please. Every once in a while, it seems like if I'm craving sweets during the night, I will get these dreams about looking for ice cream or searching for any kind of ice cream shop to eat the ice cream. And bacon in your dream, you might have had some kind of a huge craving. Were you craving maybe bacon and eggs when you woke up in the morning?
I don't know. Now, I wasn't craving bacon and eggs, but I had a dream about bacon last night. I think it's because yesterday I drove by and I saw a bunch of wild pigs running down the road.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's probably why I had a dream about bacon. So I figured, you know what? It's Falls Count Anywhere Freestyle Friday. So I figured, what the heck? Let's just ask the question, what do you like to do with bacon?
And you know what? You can use bacon in a variety of things.
Yeah.
In cooking. I do something weird with my bacon.
Do you?
Which, now, when my brother and sister-in-law were down to visit, they thought, where did you get this from? I said, well, it was Mom's recipe. I used to make it a long time ago. Evan, I bake my lasagna and I put bacon on top. I load bacon strips on top during the last maybe 20 minutes when my lasagna is baking.
All right, we've already got a phone call. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. What do you like to do with bacon? Let us know, please.
I had a friend make me this a while back, and it's cinnamon bun with bacon wrapped in the middle of it. Sounds a little weird. It was bacon like interlaced with it, and it just wrapped with it. You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
Wow. Okay, there you go. There's one call.
You know what? That's not too weird because that's bacon on the sweet. I actually stopped for donuts when I was working with G and Ray at our sister station, and I stopped in Fort Pierce to get some donuts.
Really?
And they had bacon bits on the sweet donuts.
Okay.
Donuts with bacon on top. So with the cinnamon bun action that guy just phoned in, not too far-fetched.
Okay.
Actually pretty good.
All right, we have another call. Let's go to the phones right now. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. What to do with bacon?
My macaroni and cheese. I put strips on bacon over top of it, and then I bake it in the oven. Bacon comes out nice and crisp, and all the juices go into the mac and cheese, and it's absolutely delicious.
Wow, that's interesting.
Ooh, that sounds fattening.
Wow.
That sounds like double fat with any kind of bacon grease and getting it mixed with the mac and cheese, and usually you put butter in the mac and cheese. I've never had it that way.
That's pretty interesting.
It is.
That's interesting. Oh, got another call. All right, boy, we started something this morning.
Yeah.
Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. What do you like to do with bacon?
Bacon pancakes. You cook the bacon first, and then when you pour the mix into the pan, you stick the piece of bacon right in the middle of the pancake. And it is actually really, really good. When it all comes out, maple syrup, blueberries, whatever you like on it.
All right, bacon pancakes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I could handle a little of that.
Wow.
Extra fattening once again, but I'm sure it's been tried before, just like he said.
Okay, 220-9788 if you want to jump in on the conversation. Tell us exactly what you like to do with bacon. We would love to hear your thoughts.
Do
Myself,
they say,
personally, I like limp bacon.
Limp? Yeah.
I just
Really?
like my bacon limp.
I like it a little bit crispy, kind of like that in between limp and crispy.
Okay.
Kind of like perfectly sizzled.
Yeah, I can't stand to have bacon crispy. When I have my bacon, it's got to be limp.
Yeah. They're coming out now when we're on the topic of breakfast. Kellogg's is coming out with a new waffles. They're called Mermaid Waffles.
Okay.
And I saw the package this morning. It looks like it's a blueberry and raspberry mix, and the waffles actually look, kind of blue, and mermaid waffles.
Okay.
So and we learned this week also that Girl Scouts is coming out with their new Girl Scout cookie, and it's going to be like based on like a French or a cinnamon toast.
Okay.
So you're going to get that French toast taste with the new Girl Scout cookies up and coming.
Oh, very nice.
So maybe we could put a little slice of bacon on the Girl Scout cookies.
That would be
I
interesting.
mean, you never know what we could concoct.
Bacon on Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And I would be curious to know, like I mentioned lasagna before, I would be curious to know if anybody ever did lay bacon strips on the top of their lasagna. Because when I told my brother about it and I called my mom, she said, no, I never did that. So in my past, I'm wondering who I got that from. Where did I get the recipe? I can't remember if grandma did it.
Wow.
If I had a friend that did it. But for years, I have been putting bacon strips on top of my lasagna for those that like it served that way.
Okay.
Now, Gary's kind of like, you don't have to do that. So I kind of make it half and half.
I don't like to mix my bacon in with anything else. I'm just like, cook it, get it done.
Yeah.
And I won't make bacon at home just because I don't like making a mess. So I'll only eat bacon like if I go out somewhere and it's included in the breakfast or something like that. And then the worst thing I hate is, a lot of restaurants, they pre-cook the bacon and it just sits there. And then it becomes really super hard. And they like throw it on the grill just to heat it up real quick. And then they put it on your plate. So therefore, that's why I order my bacon limp. So this way I know they're cooking it from scratch and it's coming right off the grill. And if you bring me bacon that's crunchy, I'll throw it back at you.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. I'll throw it right back at you.
Oh, man.
No holds barred at all.
I don't mind a crunchy bacon.
No,
because
I don't like crunchy bacon.
Then you can like crinkle it up and you can, use it on your toss the crunchy like bacon on your salad.
Well, that's why they make bacon bits.
Bacon bits, yeah. And I think I've really done that in the past where I made true bacon, crunchy bacon just to throw right on top of my salad to make everything really fresh.
Well, you can give us a call like those other folks did bright and early. I didn't think people were up that early in the morning, 220-9788. And you can tell us and answer the magical question about what you like to do with bacon. Give us your thoughts. We'd love to hear this morning on the Get Up and Go show. Bonnie, what's on tap for you for this weekend? What are you doing?
I'm looking at getting my car refurbished.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're looking at getting a new car. I was going to say, my God, you just got a new one.
Yeah. Well, definitely I'm going to clean up the Roush and just finish cleaning it up, and looking around my neighborhood to see who refurbishes these old cars.
So you're going to go knocking door to door on people's doors and find out who refurbishes cars?
I could, there is a guy that's only 2 or 3 blocks away from me. I saw it on the corner where he did have a sign out there, and I've seen old vehicles out there and that he does refurbish. So I'm going to go check him out. I know I'm going to go check out a business on Bayshore to see what they can do. Okay. Just get some kind of idea for what I'm going to be charged.
Well, you just won't part with that bad boy, huh? Gary wants it gone and you won't get rid of it.
When I was at the dealership and the salesman asked me to trade it in for $1,500, I almost started to cry. But that was where the deal was done. And that's where I said I was going to go home.
Yeah.
And then he came back and he gave me a better quote on my monthly payment for my new vehicle and said that trading in the Mustang wasn't included. I was almost in tears.
Well, see, here's the thing. They'll give you crap for your Mustang, because they will give you what's called wholesale book value, because they have to resell that bad boy and make money off of it. So if you sell it privately, you'll make more money privately than you will trading into a dealer. That's a known fact anywhere.
That is absolutely true. And to think, boy, I almost
It's like
purchased.
a slap in the face.
You're so true, Evan. It's better selling that vehicle out on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And to think that a week before I bought my new vehicle, I almost was going to purchase that Mercedes Benz.
Right.
That was looking sharp. Looking so cool.
Not a good thing.
But then I looked back the year, it went back to 2005.
Yeah.
And I mean, this thing was in top-notch shape.
Yeah.
And I was almost about to pay, I think the gentleman had wanted $9,000 for that
Wow.
one.
So let me ask you a couple of questions about the Roush. Does the AC doesn't work, right?
No.
That's going to cost upwards of over $1,000.
That's about
to fix?
No, that's about a $400 or $500 deal.
That's
I had heard through my mechanic anyway. But I
if
got
you need
a
a compressor, it's going to cost more than that. I can tell you that. much.
Yeah, maybe with the compressor.
Yeah.
That it could be true.
So how's the interior?
Interior is, well, just the same as cars go. The back seat is perfect, but of
Okay.
course the seat where I've been sitting and wearing and tearing it in the
Right.
front,
Okay.
that has gotten worn and
Does it
torn.
have leather or cloth?
Leather.
It's leather.
Mhm.
Okay. So is the leather cracked, or is it torn, or is it in pretty good condition?
Torn in the front, but not
Okay.
torn or cracked in the back
Okay.
seat.
All right.
you
So
know.
you probably have to redo the seats.
Yeah.
What
a
about the
lot-
carpet in the vehicle?
carpeting is looking fine.
Carpet's good?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the body work on the outside?
That's going to
a
be
whole nother
needing.
issue,
That's going
right?
to be needing a lot
That's
of
a
work.
couple of grand right there.
Might be.
So you're probably looking at, I'm just going to guesstimate.
Yeah.
I'm going to guesstimate, and then I'd like to know what it, when you take it somewhere.
If I do take it this weekend, I'll tell you the tally on
Yeah.
Monday.
I'm going to
and see how
guesstimate.
close
I'm going to
you are.
guesstimate and say 6,000.
Okay. Oh,
I'm just going to say about 6-7 grand
that sounds
to get
fair.
that in working order to sell. But then if you spend that much, you have to stop and think: is it worth spending $6,000-7,000 to fix that car up? And then if you want to sell it, what's it going to be worth on the open market? You have to look at that.
You're right.
So are you putting all this money out to fix it up, or is it just going to be, you know what, just get rid of it?
You
It's
are
just too much to fix
You are
up.
so spot on.
Yeah.
You are so correct with
Mhm.
that. And hopefully I have kind of a funny feeling your $6,000 idea. It's more than I want to pay, and I
Yeah.
might not even get it fixed up for that much. But I bet you're accurate on that.
You got to figure the body work alone is a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
Easily, because it's going to need to be repainted. They have to sand it. They have to get out all the rust. They got to putty it. They got to do this, that, and the other to it. Then to get the leather seats, leather's not cheap. So you got to get matching leather. So you'll have to do the whole interior, which is probably, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000, somewhere in that area. Carpet's good. Everything else is pretty much good on it. It runs good. There's nothing wrong with the engine, right?
No, but
Okay.
it just might be more than I want to pay.
Yeah.
But seriously, I have a feeling this has an engine on it that's very, very rare.
Okay.
It's like a rare.
What kind of engine is on it?
Well, it's an 8.
It's
But
an 8-cylinder?
yeah, 8-cylinder.
All right. And
it's-
is it an automatic or 5-speed? I don't remember.
It is automatic.
Okay. All right. So it's an 8-cylinder, which is rare, which it hauls butt. It's very fast, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Is it a 5.0?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5.0.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, I'm curious
yeah.
what they're going to charge you to restore that.
I think it's going to be more than I want to pay.
Yeah.
But to find out, I have to play.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still playing.
Yeah,
with
you got
it.
to go toy around and find
Yes.
out, and then report back on Monday. Let me know how much, and then of course, you'll have to make your decision on whether you want to spend $6,000, $7,000, whatever it's going to cost, or do you want to finally part with it. I know it's hard to part with something that's been a part of your life for many, many
It
years.
is, because you know what kind of idea I get when I part with it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be sitting somewhere out there in Cuba.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have it in their garage in Cuba,
Well,
just sitting
wherever
there
it's gonna
as an
be.
old car,
wherever it's going to be.
and I'll never see it again.
Well,
Oh, woe is me.
yeah. Exactly.
It's sad. I mean, I've driven for years in this car. This car has driven me everywhere. It's taking care of me. It's taking care of my pets. It's driven Dalmatians around, kitty cats around, kids and people.
I'm just, I'm
It's like
just,
it's
I'm at a
almost-
loss
It's almost human.
for words.
I know.
I mean, I need to play this.
I know.
You know, I need to play this.
Can you be attached to a vehicle?
I
Can
don't
you?
know. You can emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally attached.
Emotionally.
Oh,
Well, folks, they say, will Bonnie ever get rid of the Roush? Tune in Monday at 6 a.m. and find out all the details as the Roush rolls. There you go.
And then maybe if I find out I can keep it and it's feasible, we'll play some Ozzy No More Tears.
Yeah, there you go. I like that song. God, I love that.
I know.
6:22 news time. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bon.
Thank you, Evan. Tropical Depression 13, which is churning west in the Atlantic Ocean, is now expected to strengthen into a tropical storm later on Friday and a Category 1 hurricane on Monday as it nears the Florida Peninsula. WPTV's chief meteorologist Steve Weigel tells us more.
Here's the very latest. Just came in from the Hurricane Center on TD13 and Tropical Depression 14, both expected to become hurricanes. We also have a strong tropical wave that's come off the coast of Africa that we'll have to watch, but that's really next week as an issue. Here's a look at TD13. Trying to get better organized tonight. The hurricane hunters have been flying through it. Difficult to find a low-level center, but they still hold on to a tropical depression. Still very disorganized, although areas of convection obviously have been firing up during the evening, and the forecast track remains about the same, taking it just to the north of the islands on Saturday and Sunday and slowly strengthening it. Now, any shift to the south would bring it over the mountainous areas of Hispaniola and then eventually Cuba, and that would help weaken it. And that is certainly a possibility, a scenario that we could be looking at as we get into Monday and Tuesday. Impacts on Florida. Still in our viewing area, we could see a shift toward the north or shift to the south. The computer model tracks this evening have been trending a little farther south. That is nice to see, but it may be more of a windshield wiper effect, and we may see those tracks bump north again as we get into tomorrow morning. But it's nice to see that, and hopefully that is a trend that we'll continue to see on Friday. Here are some scenarios, in fact, 3, with a if that southern track that would keep it as a weak system, perhaps even as a tropical depression as it makes its way toward Florida. Stronger storm, and some of the models have even a hurricane headed toward this area. That's a second scenario. Or a weak Bermuda high would allow it to turn to the north and to the east of our area, and we stay out of the big impacts. As far as the probability of tropical storm force winds here, they range anywhere from about 15 to almost 30%, so below 50%, which is nice to see. And TD14, a quick look. This one also now expected to become a hurricane across Cancun and Cozumel and then into the Gulf of Mexico. It's a Category 1 hurricane on Tuesday. Now, there is the potential here for 2 hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico early next week, one making landfall in this area around Texas and another one in the Florida Panhandle. That would be amazing.
Some of those most impacted by the reopening of Florida schools are speaking out in the lawsuit between the state's largest teachers union and the governor.
Laura Pope's son is autistic. He was making great progress until his school closed. Since then,
he's regressed.
The Palm Beach Gardens mother supports the governor's order that students have the option of returning to classrooms 5 days a week.
Opening virtually doesn't help me. It doesn't help my son.
Citing research, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya says kids can spread COVID among each other.
The danger that children pose to teachers is much less than you would expect.
The Florida Education Association wants the judge to stop in-person classes until the pandemic is under control. I'm Eric Rodriguez.
A group of small business owners and workers is launching the Amendment 2 Hurts You campaign. They claim the proposed constitutional amendment that would gradually raise Florida's minimum wage to $15 an hour will kill jobs, reduce workers' hours, and destroy Florida's economy, which is already struggling due to the coronavirus pandemic.
We're in a chaotic time with COVID, and if Amendment 2 passes and we are forced to pay people more than the market allows, we're not going to have more coming in than we are going out.
That's Tallahassee restaurant owner Chip Evans, who says Amendment 2 could put him out of business. And lastly, jobless claims are up in Florida. The U.S. Labor Department reports over 66,000 initial claims were filed last week, an increase of more than 4,700 from the previous week. Well, we have some Major League Baseball scores. from last night. Actually, wait a minute. These look like they could be the old scores. No, they're the new ones. Just making sure of it. That we had old news. Tampa Bay Rays, they did beat the New York Yankees 10-5 yesterday. There was a double header with the Phillies losing twice and losing by a hair in both games. Lost to Toronto 3-2, and then the Phillies also losing to Toronto again 9-8. Chicago White Sox 9-0 over the Detroit Tigers. The Houston Astros beat the Rockies 10-8. The Cleveland Indians upset Pittsburgh 2-0. Oakland Athletics 5-1 over the Diamondbacks. And other winnings, San Francisco, St. Louis won. The Boston Red Sox beat Baltimore 7-1. Our news time 6:27. Weather and traffic together are next.
$6:28 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
On these early morning hours on this Friday, it's looking like a good ride. The roads are quiet. We saw US 1 looking good, moving right along through Martin and St. Lucie County. The roads are clear. Our major highways looking good right now, too. And there's your latest look at traffic. It's a clear sky, Port St. Lucie. We have 74. Here's our weekend forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, lows in the skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
.632 on the Get Up and Go show. It's a Falls Count Anywhere Friday, Freestyle Friday. Anything goes. We have thrown the question out there. What do you like to do with bacon? I know it's kind of an odd question, but if you're just tuning in, we've already had some people call. If you'd like to participate, give us a call, 220-9788. 220-9788. Coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, it's the 5-second rule challenge with the Stewart Police Department. The defending and reigning champion, the detective, is going to be here defending his title. He's got 2 wins. Detective Corey Lee is going to be taking on Officer Ken Leadham with our very special guest referee. He's going to be in studio with us this morning, who currently has 3 victories. So if Detective Corey Lee wins this week, then he ties Bazio, and then we could be in some deep crap.
Is Bazio going to come with us this morning and be the judge in the house?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
We would like to see him come in and do that again. It's fun when he comes over here, except for what he pulled on me last week.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to try to pull that one again.
Yeah.
It's not going to work this time, though.
We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens, because I know he doesn't, if he does come in, I know he doesn't want to be defeated and he wants to win the whole damn thing, but at the same time he has to call it right down the middle. And if the detective Corey Lee gets the 3rd win this week, that means that now him and Bazio have to have a runoff as we get closer to the end.
I think they should,
to see who goes up against the chief of police.
Oh, that would be exciting.
So it could be extremely very interesting. I'm predicting a lot of trash talking this morning. I'm predicting a lot of knockdown, drag him out, arse kicking, no holds barred match this morning. Between these two.
Maybe if Mr. Bazio comes in, he'll bring us some donuts with some bacon on top this morning.
No donuts and bacon, please. No.
Just a hint, Brian.
Yeah. I love the way you drop the hints.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you I'll give you his number. Why don't you just text him?
Okay.
Okay, you can text him. Say, here, bring some donuts.
Ask him if he will.
I'm going to text him and say, hey, Bonnie wants to know, not me. Bonnie wants to know if you'll bring her a donut this morning.
Yeah, because we haven't had Bentley around here in a while now.
What kind of donut do you want?
Well, the donuts with a little bit of the white glaze frosting and
you want a frosted donut. You want chocolate frosted?
Bacon bits on top of white frosting.
Well, I don't know if he can get bacon bits.
No.
He'd have to buy a bottle of bacon bits.
Yeah, that might have been a rarity what I found that time I went over to Fort Pierce.
All right.
Found them on Orange Avenue, those donuts that they serve early.
Dixie cream.
Dixie cream it was. You're right.
Let's do viral videos. I've just been informed. I have breaking news. The old man and Edna bought a new motorhome.
Wow.
Yeah, they bought a 1995 Winnebago.
A 95. They're new and styling and sporting now.
Wait a minute. There it is.
Wow.
Look at that.
That looks pretty nice for a 95.
Right?
Not too bad.
That's it right there.
Prior ownership must have kept it in top-notch shape.
Yeah, we'll talk to him in the 8 o'clock hour.
Wow.
Find out about the new wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 95 Winnebago.
Looks like they got like a nice little tent hanging outside there too from it, where they get a little shade.
One of those awnings, so to speak.
An awning, and they can sit under there and sip their iced tea.
Yeah. There's a viral video. This happened in Pennsylvania back in the month of June, but the video is now making the rounds, Bonnie. A dog was playing fetch when it got stuck deep inside an overflow pipe next to a pond. 4 different rescue teams tried but failed to free the dog. Word got out, and then a 5th team drove over 100 miles to save the day. When the video starts, you see a rescuer on her stomach, deep inside the pipe. She's holding on to the dog as the members of her team use a rope to pull both of them out. Here's the audio.
You only got about 2 more sections of pipe, Carrie.
I'm going to try to hold it, but this dog's fat. Go ahead.
All right, pull it in.
I can't believe she said the dog's fat.
Here, Carrie, almost.
Come on.
You hear the dog crying in the background.
Come on. About 4 feet and feet her out. Come on. Feet her out. Come on.
Feed her out, and here comes the rest of the body.
You got it?
There you go.
Oh, that dog is pretty plump.
It was a fat dog.
It is, and it looks like it looks like a black lab.
Yeah.
Like a plump, older kind of black lab.
Yep.
And still playing fetch. You know, those
Yep.
black labs will play fetch until they're 80 or 90. They don't care.
Recently in Georgia, a couple of high school teachers named Adriana Williams and Callie Evans had gone viral with their rap video about virtual learning during COVID-19. It takes place in a school hallway with some students as their backup dancers. Everybody's masked up except the teacher, who's laying down all the times. The rap is based off the song What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. Let's listen to some of the audio.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number 1 in your top 10. Miss Williams, been popping. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when economy ain't no stopping. I can teach your class with rap, drip hard, go ahead, take a picture on your iPhone. 2020 school, yeah, virtual. And you know Miss Williams go viral. Talk to school, I'm a fool with the lesson. Come learn with me, I swear it's a blessing. Classes in session, and we just progressing. Success is the topic and passes the message. Woo! My school is the best, there's no competition. We at the top, no switching positions. The road number 1, tornado, let's get it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And, you know, I love how they're getting people back to school with a little bit of unity with music, Evan.
Yeah.
I did see a video last week. There was like a whole cheerleading team that was going back to school in Georgia.
Okay.
And this cheerleading team, they were in the school halls, all of them wearing masks,
Mhm.
kind of like doing a nice dance and a musical dance to welcome each and everybody back at the high school,
wow.
back to
Okay.
school. I think, you know, just any way that students can help other students and the faculty can help students upon coming back to help relieve any of the stress and tension is really nice.
Okay, I found another video. I always like to find videos that have odd sounds and then give you a choice to guess what it is. So I'm going to play this sound from the video, Bonnie, and then I'll give you 3 choices. Let's listen in.
Sounds like a vacuum going bad, like you need a new one.
No, hold on. Let it finish.
Okay.
Let it finish. Don't put the cart before the horse.
All right.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Halloween 73.
Yeah. That's haunting.
Right? Pretty
Yeah.
creepy, huh?
Yeah, reminds me of Rose Red, the movie Rose Red, where
All
they
right.
went into that haunted house.
All right, so here's your choices. Is it A, a train going through an underground tunnel? Is it B, Gongmaster Sven playing a symphonic gong? Or is it C, a Hollywood sound designer's version of an approaching tornado? What do you think it
Ooh,
is?
Wow. First, I wanted to say haunted house sound effects. I'm going to say it's that train going beneath that tunnel, like
Okay.
that train moving and
All right.
making that haunting sound.
All right, final answer?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's incorrect.
Okay.
It's B, it's a Gong Master Sven playing a symphonic gong,
And he can make all of those.
right?
Okay.
Making all that noise. All that noise, Gong Master Sven.
I think this is the first time I've heard a gong master spin.
Yes. Sven, S-V-E-N,
Uh-huh.
playing a symphonic gong. Just don't look around the corner, whatever
Is
you do.
Sven, is he like a Chinaman from Sweden?
I couldn't tell.
Sven?
Couldn't tell.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what? Google it. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Just simply Google it. Again, it's Falls Count Anywhere Friday. It's Freestyle Friday. Anything goes. And we have posed the question, what do you like to do with your bacon? What exactly do you like to do with your bacon? We have another call. So let's go to the phones right now and see. What do you like to do with your bacon? Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie.
Take bacon and weave it, make a bacon weave. And you put your fish on the bacon weave and you roll it up, make like a pinwheel with it. Like a pinwheel sandwich or something like that. So when you wrap it up and you cook it like that, you can slice it into slices and it gives you that awesome look and even better flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there's one. That's a
handle
good
that.
one.
I like to weave my filet mignon too.
Oh.
And put the steak with the bacon wrapped on it on the grill.
Okay.
Never had it on fish before, but I'm
never?
sure you can use bacon on anything, right? I mean, I think bacon goes with.
Heck, you can put bacon in your cereal. Put it in your cornflakes.
Yeah, I suppose you could. Wouldn't be bad.
Let's see what this person has to say about bacon. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. So what do you like to do with your bacon?
Went to a Christmas party at work, and this young girl works for the company, has a side business. She makes cupcakes, and she made it was called a French toast syrup with like a cream cheese icing on top.
Oh, wow.
On top of the cream cheese icing was a big piece of bacon.
Really? Wow, a big piece of bacon.
That
my.
sounds really, really good.
Okay.
I mean, that sounded to me like the best one. So melt in your mouth. That sounds perfect right now.
That sounded like delectably very delicious.
I could handle a little bacon on my cupcake. Yes.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. 220-9788. 220-9788. What do you like to do with your bacon? Tell us what you like to do. Do you like to bathe in bacon? Do you like to take a shower in bacon?
Smells so bacon fresh.
Right, get bacon fresh.
Bacony
nice and
fresh.
crispy and all greased up.
Come to work smelling like a pig.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know about that, but I don't like to go to work smelling like a pig. But did you know that when you see the calories posted on the menu, you're more likely to order less food at restaurants? That's
true.
a true fact.
I found that out when I went to Publix the other night, and I was craving something really sweet. So you know what I did? What kind of alleviates my stress for it and my craving?
What's that?
Like I walk over to the bakery and I look at the creamy cupcakes and the pleasant pies and everything looking so marvelous and yummy. And I just like stare at them for a little while and then I read the calorie count.
Wow.
And it just kind of like, okay, deep breath, looks really good. All in, and then I walk away. Not all the time, because sometimes I do purchase something and I give in.
Okay.
I give into it.
Did you know that according to Marriott Hotels, phone chargers are the most common items that are left behind in hotel rooms?
Yeah.
How about that one?
I did that last year when I went on vacation. I left it at Whitecap Ski Hill. We were staying at a ski resort, and left the phone charger in the room. But
do you know what the second most item that's left behind in hotel rooms?
Second most?
Yeah, second most.
Might be.
You're going to find this very shocking.
The phone.
When I tell you
the phone
this.
itself. Maybe.
No. This is very adult orientated. Adult toys.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't
the
know.
maids and room service attendants find all sorts of varieties of adult toys.
Is that so?
In hotel rooms that are left behind, besides phone chargers.
People just leaving that nasty stuff behind?
Well, to each his own. Some people think it's nasty. Some people don't think it's nasty.
What is wrong with
to
people?
each his own. You're on a road trip. You're by yourself. You need to be happy. And, well, there you go.
I know they leave
Get a little
those,
bacon and a toy, and you're all good to go.
And that smell mixed with maybe the beer cans and the stale beer cans too that they leave behind, and what the maids must go through with that awful hotel smell afterward.
Told you, it's Falls Count Anywhere Friday, Freestyle Friday, anything goes. So you're in for a treat. So children, do not listen to the show today. Could be a little more than just PG-13 for you. 6:46. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Check under the counter, make sure nobody left anything over there.
Right.
All right, go ahead,
Oh,
Bonnie.
boy. Thanks, Evan. Some of those most impacted by the reopening of Florida schools are speaking out in the lawsuit between the state's largest teachers union and the governor.
Laura Pope's son is autistic. He was making great progress until his school closed. Since then,
he's regressed.
The Palm Beach Gardens mother supports the governor's order that students have the option of returning to classrooms 5 days a week.
Opening virtually doesn't help me. It doesn't help my son.
Citing research, Dr. Jay Bhattacharya says kids can spread COVID among each other.
The danger that children pose to teachers is much less than you would expect.
The Florida Education Association wants the judge to stop in-person classes until the pandemic is under control. I'm Eric Rodriguez.
The suspects in a Martin County jewelry store robbery and dangerous chase through 2 counties on Wednesday tried to target another jewelry store just minutes before the wild crime spree. Newly released documents show. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has details.
Terry Rieger back to work Thursday, feeling support through visits from concerned customers and fellow jewelers.
My customers, my clients, or my friends.
Word spread quickly about Devon McDonald and a juvenile string of alleged crimes. First accused of trying to rob Joseph's Jewelry in Martin County.
He was wearing a hoodie that was cinched so tight he looked like an Eskimo.
The owner, Joseph Napoli, said he was suspicious when the suspect had on a mask and sunglasses and heavy padded gloves.
I walked right up to him, and honestly, I was quite firm. I said, "What can I do for you?"
Telling him to take off the glasses and hoodie.
He looked at me. He said, "Well, I got to get something out of my car first."
But the duo drove away and Napoli called law enforcement. They hit Diamonds by Terry next.
I've never had someone come in and try and rob me.
Terry's friend Joseph Zielinski was having lunch at her adjacent restaurant when deputies say McDonald walked inside.
It's like, wow, he's covered up.
Zielinski also felt uneasy and decided to help Terry with McDonald. McDonald was asking to see this pricey necklace for a girlfriend.
He said, I don't know if it'll fit her neck.
I helped him try it on. I was holding it for a little bit, and then he wanted to see it in the mirror over here.
Zielinski said the suspect took off running, injuring 2 elderly women.
He leaped over like 2 people here and knocked the woman down.
Zielinski grabbed him too.
He dragged me across the parking lot.
And shot at the suspect's getaway car, trying to slow them down before they led law enforcement on a pursuit through Martin and St. Lucie County, where they possibly dumped the necklace along the way. The owner offering what she can to encourage someone to bring back her valuable custom piece.
We give you a lot of free meals.
Many movie theaters on the Treasure Coast are set to reopen their doors Friday for the first time since March, but the question remains whether or not customers think it's safe.
As customers walk into this Fort Pierce theater, they'll have to line up socially distanced on these floor markers and have their temperatures taken at the door. Inside the Touchstar Cinemas in Fort Pierce, Assistant Manager Natalie Desir is doing what she can to keep customers safe from COVID-19.
Each theater are sanitized multiple times daily. Multiple times.
The theater has been open since June and has even been renting out theaters to groups of 20 for private events. On the walls between every theater is hand sanitizer. Masks are required and capacity is cut so that customers are spread out.
I don't know. I think it is too soon.
Sarah Deacon says plans to see a show are not in her near future and that new movies should be released on demand and at home.
I'm not even allowed to go back to work yet. Then, in my opinion, then I can't go to the movies.
On Friday, both the Regal 16 inside the Treasure Coast Mall and the Regency 8 in Stewart will be reopening. Next week, the AMC 14 in Port St. Lucie plans to do the same.
We get a lot of calls asking if we're open and saying, thank you for opening. Now, I know you guys are taking a risk, but thank you. We needed that. There's nothing else to do.
Another change at Touchstar Cinemas, Natalie says in order to prevent people from gathering at the concession stands, they now have servers that will come to your seat before the movie starts to take your order and deliver your food and drinks. Reporting in Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Lastly, Tropical Depression 13 will affect the Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands as a tropical storm with rain and gusty winds by this weekend. This system may then head toward Florida and the Gulf of Mexico early next week, possibly as a hurricane. However, its forecast intensity and track at that time are highly uncertain. The Kansas City Chiefs haven't discussed changing their name or logo, but they just implemented some new rules to cut out traditions that could be offensive. Starting this season, their banning fans from wearing headdresses into the stadium. They're also prohibiting face painting that's meant to imitate Native American cultures. The chief are also reviewing two fan traditions, the arrowhead chop and the pregame beating of a drum, often by a former player or a local celebrity. The team said they began a dialogue with a group of local leaders from diverse American Indian backgrounds and experiences a few years ago, and these new rules came out of those talks. News time at 6:52, and weather and traffic together are next.
.653 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Not seeing any accidents to report. All quiet on our roadways in Martin and St. Lucie counties on a Friday morning. It should be a nice commute for you on your way to work. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 77 here in Stewart. Here's our weekend update at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, low 70s, partly cloudy skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
.658 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's Freestyle Friday, Falls Count Anywhere Friday, where pretty much anything goes on the show. It's the only day that I'll let somebody call in and talk about politics, because normally this is a political free show. But if you want to call in because it's Freestyle Friday, we'll talk about anything that you want. Right now the topic is bacon, making bacon. With bacon, the many uses of bacon. I've seen people put it on their eyeballs to
Oh my gosh.
underswell their eyelids.
I hope they don't
like
do
cucumbers.
it right sizzling out of the pan.
Yeah,
That would really burn your eyeballs out.
Yeah, that
right
would
out of their
hurt.
sockets.
that would definitely hurt,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
You know that dog rescue that you had earlier, Evan, with that viral video?
Right.
I think that dog deserves some bacon too, and he could probably use some bacon strips, bacon flavor.
Oh, hell, he deserves more than just bacon. Give him a top sirloin steak or
That's
a filet
right.
mignon.
Yeah.
For God's sakes. Wow. Yeah, for the dog to go through that, he deserves the whole enchilada.
Give him a baked potato while you're at it.
Yeah.
And some sweet corn.
I don't know if we can get this call in real quick. Let's see here. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey.
Hey.
Bacon wrapped Krispy Kreme donut.
All right, George, I'm gonna ask you to hold the line for a few moments. We got to go to the news, and then we'll come back to you after the news, and we'll talk to you about your thoughts on the many uses of bacon. We're WSU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. Don't you dare go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
On air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected to the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Good morning.
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 Good morning.
Enjoying your tea?
Yeah, I like tea.
How do you like your tea?
How do you like your tea?
How do you take your tea? It's National Sweet Tea Day.
Tea. How do you take your tea?
Y'all want the sweet tea? How about the sweet tea? Y'all want the sweet tea?
How much tea do you drink?
How is your tea, dear?
I don't drink sweet tea. Blasphemer!
Happy National Sweet Tea Day.
Let's start the show. Let's get this thing started. Let's do it. Here we go.
Yeah, let's get this thing going, as they say. Kind of feeling like being in a heavy metal mode this morning.
Who is that? Is that Pantera?
No. Nope.
Is it like
It's original.
Megadeth or something?
No, it's original.
Oh, original. Okay.
It's an original artist.
Sounds good.
It's actually one of the WWE Superstars entrance music.
I like it.
That's what I've been playing all morning.
You got to come in like fire.
That's why it's Falls Count Anywhere Freestyle Friday. So I'm using all WWE music themes. It's a wrestler called Kevin Owens, otherwise known as KO.
Because if you get lifted up by one of those big wrestlers, you never know where you may fall.
Yeah, you'll be falling straight down on the mats. Anyway, 708, the Get Up and Go show. And of course, the question that we posed earlier this morning about bacon is, what do you like to do with bacon? What do you like to do with your bacon? George is on the line right now. Good morning, George.
Good morning.
So-
I want my entry fee. I mean, my entrance music, like The Undertaker.
Yeah, right. I can do that for you. How you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm awake.
Are you? All right.
Yeah, have my Krispy Kreme and bacon wrapped around it.
Do you
it's
really?
So good.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Do you really?
It's
Wow,
great.
bacon on Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay.
Absolutely.
I
All
can
right.
get into that.
Okay.
Well, you know, at the fair, like at Kentucky State Fair here, they take Krispy Kreme donuts and they make a hamburger and they put bacon on it and all that. Oh man,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Okay. All right. Hey, I understand. There's a new RV in your front yard. What's up with that?
Oh yeah, the old man and they went and bought a 1995 Winnebago.
Did they really?
nice. Yes, they did.
Did you check it out? Did you go look inside of it?
Oh yeah, the people who had it before, my goodness, they kept it in good shape. My
Okay.
goodness.
It looks like it. We saw a picture of it, and it, like, for a 95, that looks pretty sharp. Like,
All right.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's really
even
nice.
detect a thing wrong with it. I don't know what the interior looks like, however.
Yeah.
Is that looking pretty good?
Oh yeah. Well, Edna says she wants to put some flames on the side of it.
Really? Come on. You know,
I told her what they ought to do is put a portalet on the back of it just in case of anything.
portal it. Jeez. Okay.
I can see that flamed Winnebago going down that mountainside.
That just wouldn't be right.
Well, they said they're going to go down towards Florida, but now I see you guys have a tropical storm or hurricane.
Well,
coming around
possibly. I don't know. It jutted a little
never
further
know.
south. So Port St. Lucie is a little out of the cone right now. So that's a good thing.
An ice cream cone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a little out of the cone. We'll see what Steve Weigel says over the next, next day or so. Next day or so. You know who Steve Weigel is.
Oh,
He's the
yeah.
chief meteorologist for WPTV News Channel 5.
Yeah, and he doesn't need a Winnebago to travel across the state. He bikes the state.
Yeah, he goes around on his bicycle.
He's a really, really good bicyclist. He does many miles, and he does nice charities around here, too, for it every year.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap some bacon, some hot dogs, bacon around hot dogs, and cook them tonight.
Now, that sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh, you know me. I can make anything.
Yeah, I know. Well, trust me. I've seen you do that. All right, G. Hey, listen, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it. And
Hey,
we'll
guys.
check in with you a little later.
He can wash all that down with some bacon soda.
Yeah, bacon soda.
Yeah,
There's another
I'll-
one.
I'll tell the old man to give you guys a call.
All right. Now, please do go knock on the trailer outside and wake his little arse up and tell him to give us a call a little later on this morning. Okay.
Oh, him and Ed went running already.
Running?
Yeah.
Running?
Yeah, in the cornfield. They're doing a maze.
Are you serious? Wow. Okay. All righty. All right.
Have a good
All right,
day,
George.
guys.
Have a great day.
News on the radio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
See, I told you it's Freestyle Friday. Anything goes, and I'm just playing music randomly. And you're probably looking at me like, wait a minute, that's the viral video music, and it's supposed to be birthdays and anniversaries. So I just mixed them both together and just had a smorgasbord of music.
Yeah, you really don't have schizophrenia. It's
No,
just Evan
I'm not
mixing up
crazy.
the music a little bit.
I'm not crazy. I can just reach over here and push any button and not look, and God only knows what's going to happen.
Kind of stirring those brains like you're stirring up the omelet and the eggs
Stirring
this
the pot.
morning and stirring the bacon in.
Yeah. So what do we got this morning, Bonnie? Anybody's birthday you want to wish?
I guess anybody that's celebrating this morning and enjoying a tasty bacon omelet and, wherever they're at eating breakfast, listening and getting, maybe they're getting that free Denny's breakfast
Yeah.
because it's their birthday.
The wife says you can put bacon on a BLT in an egg omelet, dip it in maple syrup, and enjoy and indulge. So that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. A BLT dipped in maple syrup?
Yeah, BLT dipped in maple syrup or an egg omelet or something like that.
I never tried that.
Oh, I got to wish Janet Swift a happy birthday. Well, her birthday was yesterday. Dang it, I forgot it.
Well, you weren't too swift
That's
about it, were you?
That's Gary's bitter half. I wonder if they're up. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know Gary's awake this early in the morning because he always is. So hold on. Let me get his phone number. We're going to call and see if we can get if Janet's up. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if Janet's awake here. Calling up my father-in-law live on the radio to see if...
Which one do you think will answer? Which one is more apt to be up this morning?
Well, Gary will be awake.
Gary, maybe not Janet, but
No. Here
you'll
we
have
go.
to
There's
relay
one
the
right-
message.
Yeah. So he's usually up this early. See, I can call him and I can get away with it.
Yeah.
I've got Janet's number, but I don't want to call and wake her up and
Right.
just tick
I'm
her
not
off.
available right now.
Oh,
Leave your name and
wow.
number,
I
I'll
got
get back.
voicemail. Okay. Wow. That's a first. Usually he's up and he answers.
Well, maybe he's out getting some breakfast, and maybe he has his phone off or something.
All right. So
and
I'm gonna make an
doesn't
attempt.
wanna
I'm
be
gonna call
bothered.
Janet. I'm gonna see if she's awake. This could really tick her off here.
Uh-oh. We did that before when we called. Was it your neighbor or
Yeah.
Phil's neighbor that
Okay.
we called so early in the morning asking about that
leave your message
recipe?
Her phone's completely off, so that's not going to happen. Okay. Well, there we go. I made an attempt.
Yeah. Usually when I try to call people this early in the morning, they're kind of hard to reach.
Yeah.
A lot of them, aren't like they're those 9 to 5ers
Yeah.
usually, and they're either not up quite yet, don't wake up 30 or 8 o'clock, or they're in the shower
Yeah.
of getting ready for their day of power.
Yeah. Hayden Panettiere is 31 years old today. That's Juliette Barnes on Nashville. Casey Musgraves, 32. Merry-go-round and follow your arrow. Usain Bolt, the Jamaican sprinter who was once the fastest man alive, is 34 years old today. Laura Haddock is 35. That's Peter Quill's mom in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Brody Jenner, 37 years old today. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss are 39. The twins who sued Mark Zuckerberg for allegedly stealing their idea to create Facebook. They got a reported $65 million settlement in 2008, but they're still bitter about that.
Would you be bitter if you got a $65 million settlement?
Oh, heck no.
Well, maybe because Mark Zuckerberg, he just kind of keeps on going, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to make triple, 3 times,
Yeah,
8,
exactly.
10 times that much.
Exactly. We have a phone call. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
This is Gary.
Oh, hey, Gary. What's up?
Not much.
I'm surprised you missed my call. Usually you're right there at the phone this early in the morning.
I wasn't close to it.
Well, that's okay. Where's Janet? We wanted to wish her a belated birthday.
Sleeping.
Oh, did she work all night?
No, she worked a 12-and-a-half-hour shift yesterday.
Okay. All right. Well, tell her that we tried to call her live on the radio to wish her a happy belated birthday. Forgot it was yesterday. And then the wife just texted me and she said it was Janet's birthday yesterday. So, of course, you know me and my infinite wisdom, the light bulb goes off and we make phone calls live on the radio.
On a 12-and-a-half-hour shift, is Janet a nurse by chance?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. She works in a nursing home.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. She's
They
very
work-
good at what she does.
And they work some really long hours.
And that's the lady that also was very responsible for making sure my father was very well taken care of in his last couple of days on this earth.
Wow.
As well. She
Yeah.
made sure that my dad got, let's just say my dad got the presidential suite where he was staying at, right, Gary?
Yep.
Yeah, they took care of the colonel very well.
You're
Everybody knew who the colonel was.
Thankful that he had her
Yeah,
involved.
it was kind of a strange situation, but
wow.
you know, it was like we had nowhere to go, and Janet's like, just bring him here. We'll do the paperwork next week.
Sent like an angel, I bet.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, Gary. Well, hey, just tell Janet we said happy birthday, and tell her we said happy 42nd birthday. to
Happy
her.
birthday. Yeah.
It's her 21st birthday.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
I got it wrong. 21.
We better get
21.
that straight.
All right, all right. Now, your daughter's listening, so you want to say anything to Rachel while she's listening, and you can embarrass her right now if you want. You know, the sky's the limit because it's Freestyle Friday here on the Get Up and Go show, so anything goes.
I would never embarrass my daughter on the radio.
Oh, come on, just once.
Rachel, this Pops, love you. Have a good day. Be safe.
All right, there you go. All right, there you go. All right, Gary, take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right, bye bye.
Yeah. He doesn't want to embarrass Rachel.
He's a good father-in-law, though. I will say that much.
He sounds like
And
it.
you know what's crazy? Him and I knew each other before I met my wife.
Yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, he works security at the West Palm Beach Auditorium, otherwise known as the Leaky Teepee, which is now referred to as the Jehovah Dome.
Did he like you already? Did he like you before he knew you were marrying Rachel?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Did you ever
I
ask
couldn't
him?
Tell you. No,
I mean,
I really didn't want to know if I was a jerk back in the day or not.
oh wow.
Yeah, I don't want to know that information. But I can tell you this much: during my first couple of weeks of courting with Rachel, I was a total jerk. I will tell you that much.
Really?
I'll be very straight up honest with you. I was a complete arse.
You were a jerk to Rachel?
Yeah, I
or
was a
you were-
complete jerk.
Were you
I'll
just
admit
being
it.
a jerk to everybody that week?
Well,
for
I
some reason?
I went through a lot of stuff, and I was just, you know, kind of like Paula Abdul says, cold-hearted slayer.
Yeah.
So I was just a complete jerk.
You had some growing pains.
No, I'm not going to get into what happened, but
Well,
I was a jerk to Rachel, and I'll admit it. And you know, I'll come clean, and she knows I was a jerk, and I'll admit it. Yeah, I was a jerk as well.
Well, you know, a person can get confused a little bit when life gets its up and downs, and
Yeah.
you know, you're
It's like an elevator.
grown up, and plus you have kids.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll admit it wasn't the easiest ride for Gary and I
Mhm.
getting together at first either.
Yeah.
Because there are little kids involved. There were little kids involved
Let's just say Rachel was 21 years old when she stepped right into
right into the planet.
right into the
Right into Planet Nine.
yeah, right into Planet Nine, into the professional world of wrestling rings, we'll just say. And she got thrown into a situation with me and 3 kids and nobody else, and she just stepped up to the plate. And boy, she's been a superstar for the last 22 plus years.
Yeah, it looks like she gathered it with strength because
Yeah.
both of you seem to be doing very well right
yeah, we're
now.
doing well.
And
We're doing well.
that's
We
what
can't-
matters.
We can't complain. We have our indifferences every now and then, and sometimes we get at each other's throat. But
Sure.
otherwise, it's you know, I ain't got nowhere to go. Neither does she. So we're just stuck together. Amy Fisher's 46 years old. That's the Long Island Lolita. Carrie Ann Moss is 53. That's Trinity in The Matrix. Jim McMahon, 61. That's the NFL veteran who's dealing with early onset dementia, unfortunately.
I remember him with the Super Bowl shuffle when
Yes.
the Bears won it that year.
Yep.
Was it 1984?
I think so, somewhere in that area.
Yes.
And lastly, Jackie Del Shannon, 79 years old today. Put a little love in your heart.
Put a little love in your heart.
What the world needs now. And
Yeah.
of course, he also co-wrote Betty Davis Eyes. Now, Kenny Rogers would have been 82 years old today. And boy, that was a tough loss when we lost him.
It sure is.
Some of his hits, The Gambler, Coward on the Country, We Got Tonight, Islands in the Stream, Through the Years, She Believes in Me, You Decorated My Life, Lady, and Lucille. The list goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, I got to break out my Kenny Rogers greatest hits CD now and play it in my new vehicle.
Yeah, now you know what today is, Bonnie? It's National Senior Citizens Day. So
Okay.
when you see a senior citizen,
Yes.
okay, and what classifies somebody for being a senior citizen? Is it over 55? Is it over 60? Is it over 65? That's another question.
Yeah.
If you can answer that question for us, what do you think would classify a senior citizen? Call us up, 220-9788. We want to know what classifies a senior citizen.
Yeah. Is it somebody who's retired already?
Mhm.
Yeah. What would be your
You know,
verification?
and don't
of it?
call up on the phone and say you pertaining to me.
Oh, no,
Okay,
nobody's.
because I'm a young 60.
You are a very young.
Yeah,
60,
I'm young and spunky for 60.
full
so
of strength.
for what classifies a senior citizen? And then if you're going by somebody today and you think they're a senior citizen, just smile and say Happy Senior Citizens Day. Or you know what? If you're in line at a drive-through somewhere and you're buying lunch and you see the person in your rearview mirror behind you is an elderly person, you know what? Why don't just pay for their lunch or
Pay
dinner?
for it.
Pay
Yeah.
it forward. Pay for their lunch.
You know what, Evan? I had a pay it forward moment last night.
Did you?
Where somebody did something nice for me, and it was like totally not expecting it, and I felt a little bit embarrassed and awkward about it.
Okay.
Okay, so I went into the gas station that's
Yeah.
next door to our work, and I wanted some chips to go with my tuna fish sandwich.
Right.
I finally decided on these guacamole bag of chips.
Right. Somebody bought it for you.
Yeah.
That was nice.
What happened though? I went up to the counter and I said, "Oh, these are $2.99. I don't want to pay $2.99 for this bag of chips."
Okay.
And I went searching, and then this guy that was wearing a motorcycle helmet,
He
was
bought 'em for you.
riding a motorcycle,
Okay.
said, "I'm going to buy these for you."
That was nice.
And I was like, "No, you can't. No."
Of course you can.
I felt like, no,
Of course you can.
Listen, sir, I can afford these. I just don't want to pay for
Well, if
these
you could
right
afford
now.
it, why don't you pay for it?
I just
That
didn't want
doesn't
to
make
pay that
sense.
much for chips at the moment, but
Okay.
he did buy that for me, and
All right.
I thanked him, and then I said I would pay it forward
Okay.
somehow.
All right. We have a phone call. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
According to AARP, okay, you're a senior citizen.
Oh, you know, go stuff it, okay? Go stuff it. I'm hanging up the phone. Jeez.
I'm
you know,
not buying
figures he
no
would do
chips
that.
for you.
According to ARP, I'm a senior citizen. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Figures he would do that. Why did I know that was going to happen? 7:24 news time. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. A tropical depression continues to move west-northwest in the Atlantic on an apparent collision course with Florida. It's forecast to become a hurricane by the time it reaches the Gulf on Monday night.
We have the unsettled weather ahead here heading into the weekend. Through the weekend, we're going to continue to gain a better perspective as to what Tropical Depression 13 could mean for our region.
National Weather Service meteorologist Robert Garcia says now's the time to get ready. A jewelry store heist in Martin County is prompting the Martin County Sheriff's Office to implement a new safety tool to help foil future crime sprees. WPTV's Megan McRoberts tells us more.
Martin County Sheriff's deputies take 2 jewelry theft suspects into custody in Martin County. One identified as 20-year-old Devon McDonald, the other just 15 years old. Detectives say the 2 first tried to rob Joseph's Jewelry in Stewart.
Plus, he had heavy padded gloves, which is kind of traditional if they want to come in there and smash your showcase.
Owner Joseph Napoli asked him to take off glasses and a tightly cinched hoodie, but he says that prompted McDonald to leave the store and drive off.
Right afterwards, to call the police, give a full description.
7 minutes after that, they did the robbery in Golden Gate.
Sheriff William Snyder says they still got away with this diamond and sapphire custom necklace worth $120,000.
I've never had someone come in and try and rob me.
But Snyder says they're taking new action to make sure these businesses are better protected from criminals in the future.
We're going to set up a database so that if somebody goes in and does something suspicious or does a robbery, we can within seconds notify every jewelry store in Martin County.
The sheriff's office creating databases for high-risk businesses like jewelry stores, banks, even marinas that tend to be hidden groups. If deputies have a description, like they did in this case, they can almost immediately send out that information. Snyder says the database and reverse call system might have foiled this heist.
Under the new system, if that had happened, we would have notified all the jewelry stores and they would have had a heads up.
And hopefully it'll deter other people.
And Sheriff Snyder says he plans to have this database up and running just within a matter of a few days. In Martin County, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Many movie theaters on the Treasure Coast are set to reopen their doors Friday for the first time since March, but the question remains whether or not customers think it's safe.
As customers walk into this Fort Pierce theater, they'll have to line up socially distanced on these floor markers and have their temperatures taken at the door. Inside the Touch Star Cinemas in Fort Pierce, Assistant Manager Natalie Desir is doing what she can to keep customers safe from COVID-19.
Each theater are sanitized multiple times daily, multiple times.
The theater has been open since June and has even been renting out theaters to groups of 20 for private events. On the walls between every theater is hand sanitizer. Masks are required and capacity is cut so that customers are spread out.
I don't know. I think it is too soon.
Sarah Deacon says plans to see a show are not in her near future and that new movies should be released on demand and at home.
I'm not even allowed to go back to work yet. Then, in my opinion, then you can't go to the movies.
On Friday, both the Regal 16 inside the Treasure Coast Mall and the Regency 8 in Stewart will be reopening. Next week, the AMC 14 in Port St. Lucie plans to do the same.
We get a lot of calls asking if we're open and saying thank you for opening. Now, I know you guys are taking a risk, but thank you. We needed that. There's nothing else to do.
Another change at Touch Star Cinemas, Natalie says in order to prevent people from gathering at the concession stands, they now have servers that will come to your seat before the movie starts to take your order and deliver your food and drinks. Reporting in Fort Pierce, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Lastly, jobless claims are up in Florida. The U.S. Labor Department reports over 66,000 initial claims were filed last week, an increase of more than 4,700 from the previous week. In NBA action yesterday, the Houston Rockets upset Oklahoma City Thunder 111-98. The LA Lakers beat the Trailblazers 111-88, and the Heat are up 2-0 in their Eastern Conference playoff series after a 109-100 victory in the NBA's Orlando bubble. The Magic lost to Milwaukee 111-96, and that series is tied at 1-1. News time, it's 7:29. Weather and traffic together are next.
On the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, it's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Not seeing anything happening on our roadways. So far, so good for Stewart. Port St. Lucie, the roads are looking clear right now. You're not going to find a tie-up as you're heading out. And there's your latest look at traffic. And it's a clear sky in Palm City. We're at 79. Here's our weekend update at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunder. Tonight, lows in the mid 70s, partly cloudy skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live? Why are people so stupid? Are you effing stupid?
Something about this music, right?
It just makes me kind of happy.
Vermont State Police say a person approached the Papa Top Redemption store on foot and entered wearing a bed sheet with holes cut out for them to see. Okay, they must have thought it was Halloween.
Were they just like on the eye holes?
Yeah,
Like,
eye holes.
Eye holes to
Yeah.
see out? Okay.
Surveillance footage shows them taking money from the cash register and an 18-pack of Twisted Teas. They then left on foot, heading toward a designated street. The police at the St. Albans Barracks are looking for anyone with information on this incident or the person's identity, so they're still at large.
So little ghostly like creatures
Yeah.
running around with these sheets on and carrying Twisted Tea.
Yeah. Here's a good one for you. San Antonio, Texas has been ranked number 4 on a list of people looking for threesomes during the pandemic we are in. So some residents are now being accused of throwing these massive sex parties, and on a daily basis. Residents of a North Side neighborhood are voicing their concerns, telling a local TV station that their neighbors, who have had police called to their home more than 24 times since March of this year, are having parties sometimes twice a day. Now, according to daily social media advertisements and a flyer found crumpled in the yard of the neighbors, the gatherings aren't just parties. They are sex parties, as what the TV station reported. The advertisements ask for a $10 donation at the door,
Oh, boy.
and in exchange you receive condoms, personal lubricant, towels, alcohol, and lunch or dinner, and more are provided. Social media advertisements indicate the parties happen sometimes twice a day from noon to 3 and from 5 o'clock until late in the evening. A neighbor told a TV station that she's seen as many as 24 cars parked outside the house at one time.
Wow.
But one of the homeowners disputed a claim and told the TV station there's always going to be a Karen or two in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The parties, he said, actually consist of watching sports and talking, and he will continue to throw them. Neighbors assumed that the parties would end due to the pandemic, and for a little while they did, but when Texas businessmen began to businesses reopened, so did the sex parties. The city said there are pretty much nothing they can do because they haven't found the home to be in any violations of the law, nor have they noticed anything that requires emergency declarations.
Wow. Well, maybe there are Karens in the neighborhood. Who knows if they're not just watching sports? And
That's very interesting.
It really is.
I'm going to have to get on a plane and investigate this.
Kind of
I
makes
have
you
nothing to
wonder.
do this weekend. Maybe I'll go to Texas.
Maybe you could send your son there since he travels
No, he's
a lot.
17.
No, your other son that you said he
Oh,
travels,
Dylan.
I guess.
Yeah,
Dylan.
Dylan would eat that up in a heartbeat.
But it makes you
Gosh.
wonder with 24 cars in there and if they are having parties.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what's really going on, if there's anything juicy going on, or if there really are Karens right in that neighborhood that just want to.
Maybe they're just watching sports.
They could be.
Bed sports.
You know?
Bed
Wow.
sports.
Turn
water bed
turning
sports.
their bed into some kind of elliptical.
Maybe a slip and
machine.
slide.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
I know.
I did that in my younger days. I turned my water
Yeah?
bed into a slip and slide.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Did you go sliding across it on
I
your
just-
belly?
There's a net
Like a-
in here that's driving me nuts. What I did was I took like a whole boatload of baby oil and just splattered it all over the waterbed.
Why did you do that? You could have ruined the bed. The entire
I wanted to see
that baby oil
Yeah, you just
can
wash it off.
ruin stuff.
Yeah,
though.
you just wash it. The waterbed's made
Wow.
of vinyl.
Yeah.
It's vinyl like leather material, so it's not
Okay.
going to hurt.
I don't know.
nothing.
I just wouldn't do it.
So I
but
just
anyway.
dumped like bottles of bottle oil on there and
Wow.
just had a slip and slide, and it was pretty interesting.
Did you feel like all greasy after it?
Oh
You know,
yeah, I
like
was all greased up.
light a-
I had to
light-
go take a shower.
light a by you and you
No.
would ignite?
No, don't need no match to
No.
ignite this guy. That's for sure.
You probably had to get a lot of soap off to get
Yeah,
all of that,
definitely
all
so.
of the oil off of you.
In a novel bit of nautical nastiness, Bonnie, a Florida woman opened the port hatch of her boat and proceeded to urinate on her husband, who was asleep in the bed below.
Why would she do such a nasty thing?
According to the investigators, Heather Smith, who's 48 years old, and her spouse early yesterday got into a verbal altercation while on their cabin cruiser at sea near a small island about 10 miles northwest of Clearwater. Around 1 o'clock in the morning, police say the 47-year-old victim was snoozing when Smith opened the front port hatch, which is located in the roof of the interior cabin bedroom. Smith then proceeded to urinate on the victim from above. When Smith's husband subsequently exited the cabin area, she allegedly bit him on the stomach.
Man.
The victim, police reported, had injuries that matched the story. When questioned by police and asked why she did it, you know what the answer was? Because he didn't want to sit up late and watch a movie with her.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he probably woke up to her urinating on him and probably thought it was raining or something when he woke up.
I guess.
Man.
I guess. But that's because you don't watch a movie, you pee
Yeah.
on somebody?
I don't think they should go sailing together.
Come on. Blame it on the rain, as Millie Vanilli would say.
I guess so.
A Providence, Rhode Island firefighter is facing criminal charges after leaving the scene of a motorcycle accident in Cranston. Joseph Bouchard, 39 years old, was riding on his motorcycle when he struck a fire hydrant on a road and then fled the scene. It didn't seem to bother him that the woman riding on the back of the bike was injured. Witnesses said he fled the scene with a damaged motorcycle, leaving the woman behind. When police finally caught up with him, they found he also sustained serious injuries. After being taken to the hospital, Bouchard was arraigned on 2 felony charges, including duty to stop, failure to stop in an accident resulting in injury, and driving as to endanger resulting in physical injury. He was charged with a misdemeanor for DUI, first offense, and was cited for leaving the scene of an accident.
See, don't get on the backs of motorcycles with strangers.
Okay.
Man, I mean, how can he just neglect that poor woman laying there on the back of his motorcycle?
I don't know.
And I'm wondering, did they just meet each other or something? Did they
Yeah.
not mean anything to each other where he just, left and neglected her stranded there?
Yeah, definitely so. Lastly, Bonnie,
Yeah.
Chicago.
It's
it is-
open.
He said it's locked.
Oh, okay.
Chicago police are thanking the public for their help in identifying a suspect accused of live streaming his actions as he allegedly tried to break into an ATM Monday morning. Now, 20-year-old Aaron Neal of Chicago was arrested and charged with felony counts of burglary and criminal damage to property incident. Now, according to police, Neal filmed the alleged incident on a cell phone camera, smiling at the camera the entire time before hitting the machine with a hammer.
What was this guy's name?
This guy's name was Aaron Neal.
Oh, okay. Because when I was coming back in, it rhymed with my better half's last name.
Oh.
And I didn't hear it right. I just wanted to make sure
No relation.
that I heard it right.
No relation.
No.
No relation at all.
Talk about knuckleheads
So-
in the news, though, right?
Yeah, I was going to say talk about knuckleheads, but I can't say the guy behind me is a knucklehead. But wait a minute, hold on. Let me find out which mic you're on. You're on number 4 there. Okay, there you go. Hey, what's happening? Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, Brian.
Doing fantastic.
Thanks for
How's
being
everybody?
here.
Absolutely. I
See,
wouldn't
we
miss
got
it.
you. That table, by the way, has now been officially labeled as the timeout table.
Oh, I'm in timeout.
You're in timeout.
Oh, okay.
One of our listeners named it the timeout table.
Oh, okay. I thought you set this up for me because I am the judge.
Well, you are the judge, the juror, the jury, and the what do they say? Judge,
Executioner.
jury, executioner.
I try not. Yeah.
But see, the thing that
Don't
worries
scare me like that.
the thing that's going to worry me today, Brian, with 5-second rule coming up a little after 8:00 is, you have 3 victories.
I do.
Okay, you have 3 victories, and this guy, the detective, he has 2.
Correct.
So my question to you is, are you going to be able to call this fair and square down the middle? Because, he's on the cusp of getting a 3rd victory and tying you. And, my wife has been very vocal during this process. She's been texting me all morning and saying, the guy that shares the same birthday as me needs to call it right down the middle today.
Sure.
And she's really upset about this.
No doubt this whole competition is creating quite a buzz.
It is.
A lot of people are talking about it. Face it.
All over the Stewart Police Department, even.
Of course.
Right down to internal affairs.
Sure.
Because there could be an internal affairs investigation opened up that you possibly could have insider information and you might be cheating.
But is all fair in love and war,
Well-
or is nothing fair in love and war?
I don't
That's the
know.
question.
Great point, Bonnie. And I was going to discuss this anyhow, that, I do have 3 victories. Corey has 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cheating if I totally admit the fact that I'm probably not going to call it down the middle today?
So you're
Is that cheating if I actually...
So you're admitting, you're already telling us that you're not going to call this down the middle.
Am I admitting it? I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm admitting it.
Okay.
I'm just saying if
I can bring the polygraph examiner in for this.
Well, you know what? The nice thing to know is that I trust Brian that he will be fair in his judgment, and then you always have me as kind of a sort of a backup.
I do.
To get that second vice to
yes.
say, did I hear that
I
right?
always reserve the right to
Okay.
refer to Bonnie for a second opinion.
All right. So here's what we're going to do.
Now, today, if I don't do that, you'll know why.
Okay. So today, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring that. Okay. And if I feel that your answer is not worthy, okay.
Whoa. What now?
Well, if
am I a judge or am I not?
Well, you are a judge. You are going to be the judge. But if I feel that your answer is not exactly 100% worthy, then I'm going to defer to our other judge, which is Bonnie.
Oh, wait a
And
second. So
Bonnie's
there's
gonna have-
actually checks and balances in this.
Yeah, because there's a lot at stake here today.
There is.
There's
is.
an awful lot at stake here today.
That makes a great legislative system.
Yeah.
And well, we have the system here.
We
so
do. Okay,
yeah, somebody
well,
just
we
texted.
can proceed.
Somebody just texted me and said to bring in Barney Fife to take care of Boz.
I think I can guess who that is.
Yeah. I don't. It just came up on my watch.
Oh boy, it's already starting.
You can guess.
It's getting
You
chilly.
can guess, and I'll tell you if you're right. Go ahead.
Retired Sergeant Marty Jacobson.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not Marty.
Could it be a woman?
I'm not going to divulge if it's a male or a female, but they did right.
Is there a woman to blame?
No, they did right. Bring in Barney Fife to take
Wow.
care of Boz.
Well, listen, I'll talk a lot, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I will be fair. I will call it
Okay.
down the middle.
All right.
Yeah, are you guys? I just walked into the studio. Are you guys
Yeah.
still talking about the stupid criminals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You still
we
on that
are.
segment?
Do you have a stupid criminal story?
No, I don't. But I'm on
I'm
my
sure
way
the
in.
department's got tons of them.
Oh yeah, well absolutely. But on my way in, I'm listening to the show.
Yeah.
And you guys are discussing what was that? Somebody has a house that they're having parties
Oh
at.
yeah, they're having sex. They're supposedly having all these sex parties.
Maybe.
But the guy says
We don't know
that
for
he's just
sure.
having get-togethers for sports.
Sure, but what struck me was, let me get this straight. So
Okay.
you go to this house,
Right.
okay?
$10 at the door.
Oh, okay, 10. So you get personal items.
Right.
You made the list. You get to watch sports, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
You get to have some other sorts of entertainment.
Right.
And dinner for $10?
Dinner for $10.
You can't beat that
No.
deal.
That's what I was
I mean,
That's the deal breaker.
I'm driving in and I'm saying, who's stupid in this story? Nobody. That's a great deal.
Right?
$10. Maybe the Karen who complained is jealous because she wasn't invited.
Maybe,
I mean,
perhaps.
where can you go get a smorgasbord?
That's
for
what I'm
$10?
saying. With dinner. Wow.
7:49. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. As students head back to school in St. Lucie County, many child care facilities will also open the doors to 4-year-olds entering the state's voluntary pre-kindergarten program. WPTV's Linny Supal has this.
Right now, St. Lucie County schools are taking several steps to safely reopen in the midst of the pandemic. Carol Hinson is a school board member and describes the district's reopening plan as extensive, especially with in-classroom instruction.
This was a mandate from the governor's office. If you do not open your school brick and mortar, you will not receive funding.
The county is offering in-person as well as 2 remote options. At this point, the decision among parents sending their kids back to school is split.
48% are going into school and 52 are staying home. The numbers keep shifting.
Hilson is also the director of Community United Methodist Preschool in Fort Pierce. Their VPK program starts Monday.
We do take the time, especially with our VPK, our 4-year-old children, to show them the proper way to wear a mask, because they will be going into the public school system and they're going to have to wear a mask.
The state is still drafting an option for remote VPK learning. However, many preschools are standing by the in-classroom experience.
It's very important. The language that they hear here is rich and helps them in the process. So we're kind of trying to touch on everything with children.
St. Lucie County schools say they are also looking for more teachers, but confident that they have enough staffing in place as the new year begins. Reporting from St. Lucie County, Lenny Sue Paul, WPTV News Channel 5.
The suspects in a Martin County jewelry store robbery and dangerous chase through 2 counties on Wednesday tried to target another jewelry store just minutes before the wild crime spree, newly released documents show. WPTV's Megan McRoberts has details.
Terry Rieger back to work Thursday, feeling support through visits from concerned customers and fellow jewelers.
My customers, my clients, or my friends.
Word spread quickly about Devon McDonald and a juvenile string of alleged crimes. First accused of trying to rob Joseph's Jewelry in Martin County.
He was wearing a hoodie that was cinched so tight he looked like an Eskimo.
The owner, Joseph Napoli, said he was suspicious when the suspect had on a mask and sunglasses and heavy padded gloves.
I walked right up to him, and honestly, I was quite firm. I said, "What can I do for you?"
Telling him to take off the glasses and hoodie.
He looked at me. He said, "Well, I got to get something out of my car first."
But the duo drove away and Napoli called law enforcement. They hit Diamonds by Terry next.
I've never had someone come in and try and rob me.
Terry's friend Joseph Zielinski was having lunch at her adjacent restaurant when deputies say McDonald walked inside.
It's like, wow, he's covered up.
Zielinski also felt uneasy and decided to help Terry with McDonald. McDonald was asking to see this pricey necklace for a girlfriend.
He said, I don't know if it'll fit her neck.
I helped him try it on. I was holding it for a little bit, and then he wanted to see it in the mirror over here.
Zielinski said the suspect took off running, injuring 2 elderly women.
He leaped over like 2 people here and knocked the woman down.
Zielinski grabbed him too.
He dragged me across the parking lot.
And shot at the suspect's getaway car, trying to slow down before they led law enforcement on a pursuit through Martin and St. Lucie County, where they possibly dumped the necklace along the way. The owner offering what she can to encourage someone to bring back her valuable custom piece.
We give you a lot of free meals.
A group of small business owners and workers is launching the 2 Hurts You campaign. They claim the proposed constitutional amendment that would gradually raise Florida's minimum wage to $15 an hour will kill jobs, reduce workers' hours, and destroy Florida's economy, which is already struggling due to the coronavirus pandemic.
We are in a chaotic time with COVID, and if Amendment 2 passes and we are forced to pay people more than the market allows, we're not going to have more coming in than we are going out.
That was Tallahassee restaurant owner Chip Evans, who says that Amendment 2 could put him out of business. Fox Sports says Tom Brenneman will not be part of its NFL broadcasting team this season after he used an anti-gay slur Wednesday night during a Cincinnati Reds broadcast. Brenneman had been part of Fox's NFL announcer lineup since it started televising the league in 1994. He was part of the number 3 announcer team last season and was paired with analyst Chris Spielman and reporter Shannon Spake. He called Major League Baseball games for the network from 1996 to 2014. News time, it is 7:53. Weather and traffic together are next.
7:56 right now, the time to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, our roadways are clear on this Friday morning. If you're heading out to work, you got to get there by 8:30. You're going to get there on time. No tie-ups on our major highways. US 1 moving quite nicely right here. There's our latest look at traffic. We're up to 79 in Stewart, and here's our weekend forecast at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, lows in the mid-70s, partly cloudy skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
We have a phone to real quick before we go into the news. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this? Wait, let me put that up. There we go. Hello, there we go. Who's this?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, it's the old man down the road. Okay, Boz, this is the old man down the road. He's been following me for 25 years.
25 years.
In my radio career, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just want to tell Boz, Edna says you look like a hot piece of bacon in that timeout chair. She wants to know if you got your temperature checked when you walked in that door.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Looked all greased up there, baby.
Wait a second. Okay. Is the referral to bacon have to do with my profession or?
You're just at a loss for words.
I am.
Boz.
I don't know where to go with this.
You're at a loss for words. He's in Kentucky right now. He travels the country in a Winnebago.
Oh, lucky him.
Yeah, he goes all over. He just bought a brand new 1995. Well, not new, but he had an 87 Winnebago, had 400,000 miles. He traded in for a 95 Winnebago.
Wow, moving up.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're running out of time. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. Stick around. The 5-second rule is coming up right after the news, so don't you dare go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Riveting entertainment at its best is coming up next. We'll be right back.
against Derek today, but this is even better. It's going to be fun. Yeah, they brought in the Ranger. Have you ever played a game like this before? Or the Rain Man. I can't figure out which one Brian wanted. Well, we'll see. We'll see when Brian gives you your intro. It's pretty funny. Well, he comes up with these like extravagant intros for us. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, it really is a lot of fun. All right, cool. I'm looking forward to it. First, he was like, "Hey, can you do this 5-second game with me?" And I'm like, like you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that. What exactly are you trying to? What are you asking, Brian? We can go all sorts of ways with this one. Yeah, that's just. What's gonna happen is, when he's ready, you'll start hearing the music play. And then that's when that music's playing, we're live. So I just my wife's calling me right now. She's gonna have to wait. She's gonna have to wait. So I played Hogan last week, and we actually it would have been easy asking some easy questions. We came up with some hard stuff last week. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how quick 5 seconds goes. Yeah. So you got really like 2 seconds to get it out, or 2 seconds to think, and 3 seconds to make 3 statements, or 3 words. Use your words, Corey. Yeah. But you know who Evan is, right? No, not yet. He's the voice of the Mets. Oh, okay. He does all the Mets games. Great dude. You're gonna have a lot of fun. You'll pick up as soon as he starts talking. You'll get it. If you ever been to a Mets game, like, oh, yeah, you're that guy. That's such a cool dude. I would love to do that job. Hey man, I like shadow. You do ride-alongs? You have a career day? I want to be you, man. Yeah, Brian goes to meet the trash story. I'm like, oh, we can this is easy. Yeah, I'm like, I'm going up against Detective Gas Pirate. Dude, I love all the freaking work. I've been called the Diesel Detective, the Diesel Deputy, the Gas Pirate. I like that's a good one. So Brian usually getting the same intro, and then Brian throws something at the back. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, it's a cool gig. That'll work. I wonder if Brian's in the studio. I don't know if he's going to be there if he's in the studio today. Oh yeah, no, he's in the studio. He checked out on the radio. Oh, he did? Okay. Brian, did you bring some of that? Yeah, I've been on that. I've been in that studio like once or twice. It's pretty cool.
On the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the weekly edition of the 5-second rule, played with the Stewart Police Department at the end of this 11-week competition. The person that has the most wins will be going up against the Chief of Police. We want to welcome back our reigning and defending current champion. He is married with a 6-year-old daughter, been 7 years with the Stewart Police Department, formerly a trooper for FHP. So he went from brown to blue in a matter of moments. He is well known for hitting home runs, but always forgets to touch home plate every single time. or when he plays football and catches the ball, he usually fumbles it right before he hits the goal line. And in his spare time, he dabbles as a pitchman for mortgage companies. And rumor has it he loves attending weddings and taking his shirt off at random times, especially when the garter and the bouquet toss happen. Please welcome the one and only Detective Corey Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning. You like that intro?
I love it. I love it. It gets better every week.
Oh, your Challenger's intro is even better. It's definitely even better. Your Challenger is a Stewart Police Department veteran for 9 years, previously worked for the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. He's married with 3 kids. But before I go any further, that he's married with 3 kids, I wonder if this music may sound a little familiar to him. Because his patrol car is named the SS Titanic.
Oh, my God.
And his favorite number is 44.
Wow.
Please welcome Officer Ken Leadham.
Well played, Brian. Well played.
Thanks, Corey.
And our special guest judge, of course, is the reigning defending champion, Sergeant Brian Bosio. He's the public information officer. All right. First off, let me say good morning to Ken. Ken, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
All right. I need you to speak up for me if you could and talk directly into that telephone there.
Use your mad voice, Ken.
Yeah, use your mad voice.
I don't have.
All right, very good. Are you on? Is he on a hands-free phone?
I was. I just took it off.
Thank you. That's much better. All right, very good. Both hands on the wheel, 10 and 2. All right, very good. Not 4 and 4. All right. So anyway, the way the game works, we're real simple. We've explained the rules to you off air. We give you 5 seconds to name 3 things of a topic of our choice. We're going to spin the wheel, and we will see who goes first. So here we go. Brian, the wheel's over by you, so you have to let me know who it lands on. Yeah.
Come on.
And who'd it land on?
Darn it. Corey Lee.
All right, very good. Corey gets to go first. All right, Corey, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me see here. I got to get my hand on the buttons here. Okay. Name 3 things in a kindergartner's backpack. Ready? Go.
Crayons, tissues, and a notebook.
All right, very good. All right. Of course, Bonnie, you're keeping score.
Yes, and of course he was right in there with that one.
Yep. All right, very good.
I don't know. It was pretty close.
All right. All right.
I'm not sure.
All right, Ken.
Sit down, Brian.
All right. Ken, name 3 types of material clothing is made of. Ready? Go.
Cotton. Jeans are made out of, or you've got cotton, cloth, and polyester.
He got it. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, get out of here, Brian.
Bonnie?
Didn't make it. You have there's a little bit of a reverb coming through, or somebody else was coming through. It
wasn't even close.
Somebody has their police radio on.
Just saying for future when he answers.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, sorry, I'm actually on patrol. I don't have an office job.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Killing us.
Yeah. Wow. All right, here we go. All right, let me see. We're back to Corey now. All right. Name
Detective Dash Pirate.
Yeah, Detective Dash Pirate. Okay. All right. Corey, name 3 book series. Ready? Go.
Harry Potter. And I'm done. I can't read books that have words. I need pictures.
Okay. Oh, you're that way. Okay. All right. Very good. We won't go there. All right. Here we go. Ken, name 3 types of finger foods. Ready? Go.
Vienna sausages, deviled eggs, and buns.
Oh.
No.
Ken, you're killing me. I'm here to help, but gee whiz.
Wow.
You got better on that one, though. That was better.
All right, Corey, name 3 parts of the engine. Ready? Go.
The alternator, the starter, and the intake.
All right, very good. All right. All right, here we go. Ken, it's back to you.
All right.
Name 3 types of planes. Ready? Go.
747, 787, and Piper.
Very good. All right.
About
Bonnie,
time.
what's the score?
It is 2-1 with Corey in the lead.
All right, very good. All right, here we go. Corey, name 3 ocean animals. Ready? Go.
Dolphin, a shark, and a squid.
All right, very good.
Very, very excellent.
All right, here we go. Ken, name 3 famous Henrys. Ready? Go.
Henry Ford, and I'm out.
Not good.
That was a hard
Henry.
one. That was a hard one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could get something easy like ocean animals.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good point, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a little skewed. Hey, Ken, name 3 atom weights.
All right. Here we
Hey,
go.
Corey, what's your first name?
All right. I forget whose turn is it now, Bonnie?
It is Corey's
Corey's
turn again.
turn. All right. Here we go, Corey. Name 3 deceased actresses. Ready? Go. Crickets. Crickets.
Really?
Were you
Crickets.
hearing
You sure that one wasn't for me?
I was hearing crickets.
I couldn't get Marilyn Monroe out of my mouth.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So many ways to go on that one. I'm going to let that one slide.
It's a family show, guys. All right. Jeez. Okay. Many people would wish that. All right. Let's see. All right. Ken, name 3 things you would find on a workbench. Ready? Go.
Screwdriver, hammer, and nails.
All right. And of course, as a 4th, it'd be Marilyn Monroe.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't find Ken on a workbench.
Yeah.
You wouldn't find Corey there either.
All right. Very good. All right. So, Bonnie, where are we at? We have a tie?
3-2 with Corey in the lead.
All right. Here we go, Corey. Your question now. Name
Yeah,
3.
don't mess it up.
Name 3 computer software programs. Ready? Go.
Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint.
All right. Very good.
Those are all from the same suite. Come on now.
Desk job, buddy. Desk
Do we
job.
need to defer to the judge on that?
Oh, get
Bonnie?
out of here.
Bonnie?
I would say that Corey should get this as a point.
Okay.
With that one.
All right. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
What
I notice I'm
what
getting.
do you think?
Well, no, I've already expressed.
No, Brian, we don't need to know what you think.
I can't call it down the middle, so you're just bypassing me this
All
morning,
right.
but that's
All
fine.
right. Here we go.
I got up early for nothing. That's
Okay.
cool.
That's all right. You didn't even bring us donuts, as a
I
matter
did
of
not.
fact. All right. Very good. All right. Here we go. Ken, name 3 reptiles. Ready? Go.
Snake, iguana, and lizard.
Very good. Now,
Well,
when-
what would a lizard is an iguana?
No, it's
that,
not.
That was the bell, Corey. That means he got it. Let's move on.
Oh.
Sergeant has made a ruling.
Okay. All right. Well,
It is said.
he's pulling rank, so that's besides the
Would
point.
be the first time he's ever done that.
No, here we go. I was waiting, Corey. That took forever.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Where are we at? We're at Corey now, right?
Corey, yeah.
Okay. Name 3 Rugrats characters. Ready? Go.
Chucky, Tommy, and Angelica.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Reaching back in time for that one.
Whoa.
That
That's
came
Hands
old
down
school.
favorite cartoon.
Whose favorite cartoon?
Hands down my favorite cartoon.
That
You know,
came
that
out of
makes so
I was
much
gonna
nowhere.
say he's got a 7-year-old. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna get this.
Yeah.
That makes
Wow.
so much sense.
Wow.
I wouldn't even know one of those Rugrats.
No,
That
and-
was
Wow.
I think
Oh.
Tom, I would have. Yeah, one of them. My kids
Okay.
watched it, but all right, never
All
mind.
right. Ken,
Long
it's your
time ago.
turn. All right. Name 3 types of jewelry. Ready? Go.
Ring, watch, and necklace.
All right. Very good.
very close game. It's 5-4 with Corey's lead.
All right. Corey, your turn. Name 3 precious jewels. Ready? Go.
Ruby, diamond, and sapphire.
Very good.
Well, let's look into the definition of precious.
That's my wife. That would be my wife.
Okay.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
I'm doing anything
Wow,
I can for you.
good job, Evan.
Ken,
I like that. Good answer.
Ken,
Thank
I'm
you.
working hard for you, man. Help me.
Okay.
Working hard for the injured.
All right. Here we go. 6-4 now, right?
It is.
Okay. Ken, name 3 pasta dishes. Ready? Go.
Chicken Alfredo, spaghetti with meatballs, and vodka, Peniala vodka.
Oh, Boz.
I want to give
Gotta
it to him
gi-
because I want him to win. So I'm going to give it to Bonnie.
Well, I'm with Boz. He was with that vodka, knowing exactly
Right.
what he meant right on the buzzer. it tied with the
I'll
buzzer.
have to agree. You got to give him that one.
Got to give him that one.
Wow.
Gotta
Look
give
at
him that one.
Corey.
Okay.
Oh, look at old Corey being.
Okay. Bonnie, I need an update on the score, please.
And it is 6-4. No, 6-5 with
Okay.
All right,
Corey.
don't try me there, Bonnie. I got
know.
that one.
All right, 6-5.
Yes, sir.
and it's Corey's turn now, right?
It is Corey's turn.
Okay,
Yes.
here we go. Name 3 things you would put on a snowman. Ready? Go.
Lumps of coal, a scarf, and carrot.
All right, very good. Wow, he's pulling ahead.
7-5.
7-5. Okay, here we go. Ken, name 3 things you like to do on the weekend. Ready? Go.
Work, sleep, and don't answer the phone.
Okay.
Very nicely done.
All
Nice
right.
job.
He actually sleeps at work, so that's one.
Okay.
And don't answer the phone. All 3 things at work that happen.
Yeah, that's after he does the 44, right? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
But Corey, just remember, I'm not a firefighter wannabe like you, so I stay awake.
Oh. Wow. Man, trash talking is
Terrible at
its
the game,
best.
but a great trash talker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Corey, this is for you. Name 3 types of poker games. Ready? Go.
You got me. I'm done.
Never heard of
I'll
that
play
one.
cards.
I
Nope.
thought for sure he would have said strip poker
Yeah.
or
And
something like that.
The family game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Ken could tie this right now.
Ken can tie it right
Come
now?
on,
Yes.
Ken.
Okay, here we go. Name 3 Kool-Aid flavors. Ready? Go.
Grape, watermelon, strawberry.
Okay.
It's a tie game.
It's a tie game, and
Thank
we are at the tie. We are at the tiebreaker. Okay, we are at the tiebreaker now.
Okay.
We have a tie game. Now, who went first before?
We had Corey.
Corey went
Corey
first.
going
so
first.
yeah, so
Okay, all right.
Ken's last.
So, all right. So here we go. So Corey, this is the tiebreaker. Name 3 winter outdoor activities. Ready? Go.
Sledding, skiing, and snowboarding.
Okay, very good. He's ahead of point. Now, Ken, you have to get these right in order to tie. If not, Corey is going to be declared the winner.
For the love of God, Ken, get this.
Okay.
Ken, go sit down somewhere, Ken.
All right.
I'm in my patrol car.
Okay.
Out of the water.
So, Bonnie, I'm going to let you look at both sides and you tell me the red side or the yellow side.
Can Brian do that?
Oh boy. Wait, let me see.
Brian,
the,
you can look. Here,
Let's
hand it
show,
to Brian.
Let's show Brian and,
Yeah,
and
Brian.
let him do this.
Yeah, the red. Be careful how far you go with the headphones. Okay. The
Let
red
me
side
take a look
or the
here.
yellow side. That's what came up next.
Can we pick another card?
No.
Oh,
No.
dear.
No. I play the game straightforward. They're thinking this is a good one.
Why don't we start filling out the Ellie's Downtown Deli gift card for Corey now?
These are both. They both seem
Here.
rad. They're
All
difficult.
right, I need the card.
However, we
I need
might.
the card, Bonnie.
Oh, we might not know Ken's expertise.
You know, I'm gonna go with that.
You think a supervisor can make a command decision real quick?
All right.
Yeah, well, if you saw the card, Corey,
All right. Here we go.
it's not an easy
So
decision.
we're going with the red one. Okay, here we go. Corey, Ken, this is for the tie. Okay. Name 3 Middle Eastern countries. Ready? Go.
Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, and Israel.
Wow.
He tied it.
He tied it.
Hey, now if we asked you 3 types of three cosmetic companies, would you have gotten that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. I made the right call.
Okay.
See that
All
command
right.
decision, Corey?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is to pull ahead, Corey. Name 3 things you would find at a garage sale. Ready? Go.
Old clothes, shoes, and golf clubs.
Okay, very good.
So
All
it
right.
is now 9-8.
All right, here we go. This is for the tie, Ken.
Sudden death again.
Name 3 states with coasts on the Pacific Ocean. Ready? Go.
Washington, Oregon, and California.
Nicely
Wow.
done.
Gosh.
Nicely done.
Geography
This
is,
is
Ken
good.
Leadham's got.
The only 3 states with the Pacific, or no, Alaska would work too.
Okay. All right.
Wow, look at
All right,
Ken go.
Corey, here we
Yeah.
go. Name 3 things that smell good. Ready? Go.
Flowers, perfume, and me.
Well, no, hit that
No,
buzzer.
he didn't say a
Hit that
freshly
buzzer.
typed report.
Somebody's thinking the last one is in question.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey, you notice he didn't say a freshly typed report.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Ken, this is for the tie again. Name 3 excuses to give for calling off for work. Ready? Go.
Sick, my kid's sick, and I need a personal day.
Boom.
These
Okay.
guys are good this morning.
this
They're
is-
just darn
Wow,
good.
you guys threw my life preserver on that question.
Wow. Okay. Man, we're eating into news time, but that's all right. This is worth it, Bonnie.
Wow, it's
You want to know what the news is? We're tied.
Okay.
There you have it.
Okay.
sponsored by Tide today.
Thank you. And Ellie's Deli. All right, Corey, name 3 professional football teams. Ready? Go.
Really?
The Jaguars, the Patriots, and the Bucks.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ken, again, pressure's on. Name 3 board games. Ready? Go.
Sorry, trouble in life.
Wow.
These
This
guys
is
are
crazy.
really hanging in there, and both of them hanging on by threads.
All right, here we go. Corey, name 3 items in your grandmother's purse. Ready? Go.
Breath mints, chapstick, and lotion.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. I got a funny feeling that this is going to be the deal breaker here.
Ken, you
All
got to
right,
pull
Ken,
this
you
out
gotta pull this
to
out. Here
stay
we
in
go.
there.
Name 3 Olympic cities. Ready? Go.
Beijing, Rio, and Atlanta.
Wow.
Got it. Yeah.
Wow, look at Ken. Look at
Wow.
him stepping
Wow.
These
up.
guys are good.
Man.
Well, I don't want to say Corey's good, but man,
No,
All right.
wait, that was Ken, right?
that was
Yeah.
Ken.
Ken
Yes.
just answered
All right,
that.
here we
Okay,
go.
I want to make sure.
All right. All right, here we go. Corey, name 3 ways to procrastinate at work. Ready? Go.
Talk on my phone, play on the internet, or drive around.
Okay. All right. Here we go, Ken. No pressure here. Name 3 mobsters. Ready? Go.
Al Capone, Clyde, and Bonnie.
Yeah,
Right in there.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Bonnie and Clyde together, but separate entities.
Here we go. Corey, name 3 yoga poses. Ready? Go.
Down dog. Now that's it.
I have that
dog.
one.
Okay.
Can I have that one for the win?
Okay. No. Now we're tied, right, Bonnie?
We're tied.
We're tied. Okay. This is
So Ken
literally
needs
for
this
the
one
win.
For the win.
Okay. Here we go, Ken. You ready? Name
Yep.
3 Sesame Street characters. Ready? Go.
Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch, and Elmo.
And we have a new winner.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Was Elmo? Is
Yes.
Elmo?
Elmo's
Sesame
of course
Street?
Elmo is Sesame
100%.
Street.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure.
100%.
Definitely Sesame Street.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, sorry to question it, but
No,
congratulations.
no, it's okay. Corey, you need me to bring you some tissues?
Wow.
I gotta say that was an exciting game.
That was probably the most exciting game.
Yeah, that was
I would
fun.
agree.
Wow.
I would agree. Just
Okay,
the
so
excitement.
Ken,
Yeah.
you get to come back next week as a returning champion and go
good.
against. You get to go against a officer of Corey Lee's choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Who
make sure.
am I getting, Cornelius?
All right.
Now, just as a
Oh, no, this is
recap,
going to be a
who's,
secret.
just to recap now, who's the reigning champion?
Well, you are still the reigning champion.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
You're
Just
still
want
the reigning
to recap
champion.
before we go.
You're still the reigning champion. Ken, you have 2 more to win, 2 more weeks in a row to win, to be able to catch up to Brian and be in the competition.
What
for
week
the
are we
finals.
on? Do we know what week we're on?
I don't know.
Because-
I just keep giving gift certificates
I know
away.
you do.
I think
think-
it's like
I think-
number 6 or 7.
No, it's more than that.
maybe.
Much more than
You
that.
think so?
I want to say we're approaching the tail end
Oh,
Let
because
me
we
see.
it's 11 weeks, correct? That's what we
This-
agreed
that
about.
goes
Oddly
to
enough,
Ken.
just
That
enough
goes to
time
Ken.
for me not to tie him.
Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I'll tell you.
I'll tell you, Ken.
I have 1, 2. I have 3 more certificates. So we have 3 more weeks to go.
So you can do it, Ken.
You can do it.
so we must be in like our 8th week or
So Ken
seventh
has
or
to
8th
win
week.
3 more weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for playing, and of course, thank you guys for your service. And we really appreciate everything that you guys
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a great weekend, guys.
All right, guys. We'll talk to
All
you.
right, have a good one, guys.
Ken, we'll talk to you next week.
All right.
All right. Bye bye now.
That
Well,
was
how
a
about
great,
that, Brian?
Great round.
That was a really exciting game.
That was riveting. That's about as riveting as it gets. I think it just drove our ratings up.
I know. And they were answering questions which we never thought we would get.
I mean, Ken, he really pulled it out when he had to. I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah.
He had questions. I'm like, yeah, forget it. And he just rattled them right off.
I know.
So that was really impressive.
That was nuts. All right, we got to get to news. We are way behind in news, but that's okay. That was well worth being that far behind in news. Bonnie, take it away.
Well, a group of small business owners and workers is launching the Amendment 2 Hurts You campaign. They claim the proposed constitutional amendment that would gradually raise Florida's minimum wage to $15 an hour will kill jobs, reduce workers' hours, and destroy Florida's economy, which is already struggling due to the coronavirus pandemic.
We're in a chaotic time with COVID, and if Amendment 2 passes and we are forced to pay people more than the market allows, we're not going to have more coming in than we are going out.
That's Tallahassee restaurant owner Chip Evans, who says Amendment 2 could put him out of business. As students head back to school in St. Lucie County, many child care facilities will also open the doors to 4-year-olds entering the state's voluntary pre-kindergarten program. WPTV's Linny Supal has this.
Right now, St. Lucie County schools are taking several steps to safely reopen in the midst of the pandemic. Carol Hinson is a school board member and describes the district's reopening plan as extensive, especially with in-classroom instruction.
This was a mandate from the office. If you do not open your school brick and mortar, you will not receive funding.
The county is offering in-person learning as well as 2 remote options. At this point, the decision among parents sending their kids back to school is split.
48% are going into school and 52 are staying home. The numbers keep shifting.
Hilson is also the director of Community United Methodist Preschool in Fort Pierce. Their VPK program starts Monday.
We do take the time, especially with our VPK, our 4-year-old children, to show them the proper way to wear a mask, because they will be going into the public school system and they're going to have to wear a mask.
The state is still drafting an option for remote VPK learning. However, many preschools are standing by the in-classroom experience.
It's very important. The language that they hear here is rich and helps them in the process. So we're kind of try and touch on everything with children.
St. Lucie County schools say they are also looking for more teachers, but confident that they have enough staffing in place as the new year begins. Reporting from St. Lucie County, Linny Supal, WPTV News Channel 5.
And a jewelry store heist in Martin County is prompting the Martin County Sheriff's Office to implement a new safety tool to help foil future crime sprees. WPTV's Megan McRoberts tells us more.
Martin County Sheriff's deputies take 2 jewelry theft suspects into custody in Martin County. One identified as 20-year-old Devon McDonald, the other just 15 years old. Detectives say the 2 first tried to rob Joseph's Jewelry in Stewart.
Plus, he had heavy padded gloves, which is kind of traditional if they want to come in there and smash your showcase.
Owner Joseph Napoli asked him to take off glasses and a tightly cinched hoodie, but he says that prompted McDonald to leave the store and drive off.
Right afterwards, to call the police, give a full description.
7 minutes after that, they did the robbery in Golden Gate.
Sheriff William Snyder says they still got away with this diamond and sapphire custom necklace worth $120,000.
I've never had someone come in and try and rob me.
But Snyder says they're taking new action to make sure these businesses are better protected from criminals in the future.
We're going to set up a database so that if somebody goes in and does something suspicious or does a robbery, we can within seconds notify every jewelry store in Martin County.
The sheriff's office creating databases for high-risk businesses like jewelry stores, banks, even marinas that tend to be hit in groups. If deputies have a description, like they did in this case, they can almost immediately send out that information. Snyder says the database and reverse call system might have foiled this heist.
Under the new system, if that had happened, we would have notified all the jewelry stores and they would have had a heads up.
And hopefully it'll deter other people.
And Sheriff Snyder says he plans to have this database up and running just within a matter of a few days. In Martin County, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Major League Baseball from last night. The Phillies had a hard night. They lost twice in a doubleheader. First 3-2 to the Blue Jays, and then they lost again to Toronto by a score of 9-8. Tampa Bay Rays beat the New York Yankees 10-5. Yesterday, Chicago White Sox 9-0 over Detroit Tigers. The Astros beating the Rockies 10-8. Cleveland Indians upsetting Pittsburgh 2-0. Oakland Athletics 5-1 over the Diamondbacks. Also winning the Boston Red Sox yesterday over Baltimore 7-1. Our news time is 8:32, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$8:33 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, on the Turnpike northbound right now in Jupiter, there's an accident. This is at the exit ramp at Indiantown Road. Once again, it's northbound, but there's no roadblock from the accident. Here throughout Martin County, St. Lucie County, everything is looking fine at the moment. There's your latest look at traffic. And we're up to 80 degrees right here in Stewart. Here's our weekend update, WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, lows in the mid 70s, partly cloudy skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
8:37 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for the Space Report with Randy Siegel. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir.
Well, it was on this day in history, in 1965, that NASA launched the Gemini 5 spacecraft. 8 days was the target for going in space for astronauts Pete Conrad and Gordon Cooper. Gordon Cooper became the first U.S. astronaut to fly 2 different orbital missions. Today also marked the first flight of an Atlas V rocket, and on this date, the X-15 rocket plane, piloted by Joe Walker, reached an altitude of 100 kilometers, which put it way above the area necessary for him to get his astronaut wings. Well, on board the International Space Station, there's a little bit of angst going on. And the reason for that is that there appears to be an air leak on board the space station. They have noticed a steady drop in pressure in the space station, so as a result, this weekend, the astronauts will sequester themselves in the Zvezda service module, closing behind all of the hatches for other segments in the space station. They need to locate where this particular leak is coming from and then plug it, or find out what the problem really is. There was another leak that took place on the space station that they tracked down to someone drilling a hole through the hull, and that was patched and repaired. So far, the astronauts are in no danger. However, they will spend tonight into Friday morning sequestered. They will close off each of the hatches in each of the different modules in order to locate where that leak is coming from. It's just a troublesome leak, and it comes at a time when NASA, along with the Russian counterparts, are getting ready to send new astronauts to the International Space Station on October the 14th. So we're going to just keep an eye on what's going on, and we'll keep you up to date with what is happening. Russia is discussing with the United States new bilateral frameworks in order to work together in space for a long time. What's interesting is that the United States and Russia have been able to cooperate in space extremely well, even though working with other segments, they have problems. But that's left to the diplomats, not to us. The Chinese lander and rover Chang'e 4 has resumed work on the 21st lunar day on the far side of the moon. They continue to get really good data. China also said that its Chinese Mars probe, one of 3 headed for the Red Planet, is now more than 5,113,000 miles out in space, sending back good data and doing a course correction. And they're now on track for reaching Mars. The Japanese asteroid mission, the sample mission, on Hayabusa 2 has officially been given the go-ahead to deposit its segments when they land in Australia in December. The countries have taken bilateral steps to make sure there'll be no contamination that will take place. However, they do believe there will not be any problems because this type of landing has happened before, and now they hope to do it again on December 6th. So all is going well. Lastly, we want to tell you that the Perseverance spacecraft, which is heading out in towards Mars, is now 19 days old with everything working fine, leading to a trajectory arrival in Mars in February of next year. On Monday, we'll tell you about the space station and what else is going on above us and around us. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
Thanks so much, Randy. That's Randy Siegel with our daily dose of space in another place. Time to head over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie has the latest and greatest for you. Bonnie?
And Evan, we're just spreading the good news at Ellie's Deli because Chef Mark is holding a barbecue. So mark this one on your calendar. It's for a week from Sunday, August 30th. that's up and coming. And the barbecue is to raise funds for the family of the Bono and the Turbin families, of the children lost in the terrible, tragic accident on August 1st. Chef Mark has been a little leaguer, a little league coach with the young gentleman, and he wants you to come to a barbecue that he's holding. You know, tickets are only going to be $10. Easy to purchase. You can get them in advance right at Ellie's Deli in Stewart. You can even get them, he'll be accepting them at the door a week from Sunday. So get your friends together, $10. You know he's going to have a great barbecue with all of the fixings, and all of the money's going to benefit the families to support their medical and funeral expenses. We want you to come on out. And think about lunch today. Think about those fresh jumbo wraps, like a spicy steak wrap. You can get this wrap filled with chopped sautéed sirloin, jalapeno, bacon, their cilantro mayonnaise, pepper jack cheese, mixed greens, and roasted red pepper served with a side. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,932.30 an ounce. Silver opening up at $26.63 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:43 news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie is standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. And Tropical Depression 13's organization remains questionable as it continues on a Floridian path this morning, according to the National Hurricane Center's 8 a.m. update. Tropical Depression 13 has not yet grown into tropical storm strength, as its maximum sustained wind strength remains at 35 miles per hour. Its forward motion is still churning at a quick 21 miles per hour, and available data is not clear on whether or not the depression has a closed system of circulation. According to NHC, Tropical Depression 13's future is unclear, as the storm faces a number of factors that could stymie its growth and others that would promote it as it stays on track toward Florida, while land interaction with Hispaniola and Cuba, as well as dry air, could deter its development. Tropical Depression 13 is also moving over an area of the Gulf of Mexico where it should be generally favorable for tropical development, according to the NHC. And we're going to be watching the system closely in the next few days. And as students head back to school in St. Lucie County, many child care facilities will also open the doors to 4-year-olds entering the state's voluntary pre-kindergarten program.
Right now, St. Lucie County schools are taking several steps to safely reopen in the midst of the pandemic. Carol Hinson is a school board member and describes the district's reopening plan as extensive, especially with in-classroom instruction.
This was a mandate from the governor's office. If you do not open your school brick and mortar, you will not receive funding.
The county is offering in-person learning as well as 2 remote options. At this point, the decision among parents sending their kids back to school is split.
48% are going into school and 52 are staying home. The numbers keep shifting.
Hilson is also the director of Community United Methodist Preschool in Fort Pierce. Their VPK program starts Monday.
We do take the time, especially with our VPK, our 4-year-old children, to show them the proper way to wear a mask, because they will be going into the public school system and they're going to have to wear a mask.
The state is still drafting an option for remote VPK learning. However, many preschools are standing by the in-classroom experience.
It's very important. The language that they hear here is rich and helps them in the process. So we're kind of try and touch on everything with children.
St. Lucie County schools say they are also looking for more teachers, but confident that they have enough staffing in place as the new year begins. Reporting from St. Lucie County, Lenny Sue Paul, WPTV News, Channel 5.
And a jewelry store heist in Martin County is prompting the Martin County Sheriff's Office to implement a new safety tool to help foil future crime sprees. WPTV's Megan McRoberts tells us more.
Martin County Sheriff's deputies take 2 jewelry theft suspects into custody in Martin County. One identified as 20-year-old Devon McDonald, the other just 15 years old. Detectives say the 2 first tried to rob Joseph's Jewelry in Stewart.
Plus, he had heavy padded gloves, which is kind of traditional if they want to come in there and smash your showcase.
Owner Joseph Napoli asked him to take off glasses and a tightly cinched hoodie, but he says that prompted McDonald to leave the store and drive off.
Right afterwards, to call the police, give a full description.
7 minutes after that, they did the robbery in Golden Gate.
Sheriff William Snyder says they still got away with this diamond and sapphire custom necklace worth $120,000.
I've never had someone come in and try and rob me.
But Snyder says they're taking new action to make sure these businesses are better protected from criminals in the future.
We're going to set up a database so that if somebody goes in and does something suspicious or does a robbery, we can within seconds notify every jewelry store in Martin County.
The sheriff's office creating databases for high-risk businesses like jewelry stores, banks, even marinas that tend to be hidden groups. If deputies have a description, like they did in this case, they can almost immediately send out that information. Snyder says the database and reverse call system might have foiled this heist.
Under the new system, if that had happened, we would have notified all the jewelry stores and they would have had a heads up.
And hopefully it'll deter other people.
And Sheriff Snyder says he plans to have this database up and running just within a matter of a few days. In Martin County, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
And now let's take a look at some NBA scores. And the Houston Rockets upset Oklahoma City Thunder 111-98 yesterday. LA Lakers winning over the Trailblazers 111-88. And the Heat are up 2-0 in their Eastern Conference playoff series after a 109-100 victory in the NBA's Orlando bubble. The Magic lost to Milwaukee 111-96, and that series is tied at 1-1. News time 8:49. Weather and traffic together are next.
$8:50 right now, the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together, all brought to you by Code Red Roofers.
Well, we do see that one accident on the turnpike. This is in Jupiter. It's northbound, and it's right at the exit ramp at Indiantown Road, northbound, and there's not any slowdown from the accident. Traffic moving through other areas. Martin County, St. Lucie County, expect a nice ride this morning. No other tie-ups. There's your latest look at traffic. And we have 80 degrees. Port St. Lucie. Here's our weekend outlook at WPTV.
This morning along the Treasure Coast, temperatures starting off in the mid to upper 70s, partly cloudy skies, and a 10% chance for rain for that morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits, partly cloudy skies, and a 40% chance for afternoon to evening showers and thunderstorms. Tonight, lows in the mid 70s, partly cloudy skies with a few passing showers. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s. We'll start off the day with morning coastal showers, then everything gets pushed inland for the afternoon. Much of the same setup for Sunday, a little bit wetter, rain chances going up through early next week. I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 8:54 on the Get Up and Go show. And I want to bring in the conversation like we always do just a few minutes before to kind of give a little tease as what's coming up in the next hour. The next show, of course, coming in is Priest and a Rabbi, but it just appears that it's only going to be possibly a priest this morning. And it looks like I have no idea where he's sitting at. It looks like he's in front of a building or some kind of a virtual background. He has his beautiful ball cap on as well. Good morning, Father Christian. How you doing?
Hey, Evan 9, how are you, brother? I only see one of you, though.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm right here. Bonnie is over that way. We're social distancing.
Bonnie is much better looking than you, so why don't we get to see Bonnie?
That's because she's social distancing over that way.
I'm just not putting my big head in the monitor right now, Father Christian.
Well, we appreciate having the voice of the Mets, but we also like to, see Bonnie once in a while.
Oh, appreciate that.
No problem. No
Thank
problem
you.
at all. No problem.
But anyhow, so it's good to see you. Unfortunately, yes, we do not have the rabbi. He is just, as you know, he also runs a school. So being runs a school during COVID-19 can get you. You can be losing some sleep right now.
Well, that or I thought you were going to tell me he's just having a bad hair day and he can't make the program.
Yeah, so I'm going to fill in for him.
Okay,
so
you're having a good hair day, I can see.
Well, yeah, I think you're being generous.
Wow. Okay. Speaking
so we
of
got
good
our
hair
guest,
days.
Matt Rhodes. So Matt Rhodes is also a priest as well.
Okay.
But he has a background in working in Washington, D.C. And as long as he has beautiful hair, but he also is going to help us. How do we discern our vote, whether it's locally, nationally, whatever it may be, as people of faith? What are the questions we want to ask ourselves as we start to look at our candidates, and how do we allow that to be a personal decision? And allow really God to speak to us?
That's a great topic, and I think it's an excellent topic, especially with everything that's going on with today in today's society about everybody deciding which way to vote, whether it's go to the polls or put it in the mailbox and all that other stuff. Myself personally, I voted by mail, and it was actually pretty cool because I drove up to one of the polling places and there was a tent set up with a box. I didn't even have to get out of my car. I handed the person the envelope. They stuck it in the box right in front of me. I watched them do it, and it was that simple.
So you were voting. So was that voting by mail?
Yeah, that was voting by mail.
So, by mail, you can usually put a stamp on it and you don't have to drive up to anyone. You can just put it in the mailbox.
Right, exactly. I didn't even have to get out of my car and go find a mailbox or go to the post office. I just happened to be driving by one of the precincts. So instead of going all the way to St. Lucie West, I figured let me just tool right in here and hand them the envelope. And apparently they had a tent set up. And there's a sign that says voting by mail drop-off location, and you hand it to the person who's a deputized individual for the county, and he takes your vote. He goes, watch me put it in the box, and it went in the box, and that was it.
Well, we just celebrated, women's equality in voting, and I don't understand why you have to say I voted by a male. Wasn't it okay if there was a female there as well to take the vote? Are you only allowing men to take your ballot?
Why did I know you
2020. Yeah, I got dad jokes for you all day.
I know. Why did I know you were going to go there? This is right here. We're talking the king of dads right here, pal. Let me tell you. So anyway, how have you been? How's the baby, by the way?
Baby's great. Baby's awesome.
Okay.
It's every day something new, as you know. So it's just awesome.
We're very glad to hear your baby's doing well. Yes.
How old is the baby, by the way, now?
4 months.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, my.
Going to be walking and talking and, pulling all the buttons before you know it.
Yeah, he's turning over. And so now we have to watch him every second because he just might roll right off the diaper changing station. So it's all good stuff.
All right.
Great.
Before we know it, we'll have the baby up at Clover Park throwing out the first pitch on the mound.
Yeah.
hey, from your lips to God's ears.
All right. Definitely. So that's a priest and a rabbi. They're going to be on just a little bit after the news coming up here in just a little bit. Thanks, Father Christian. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
All right. That's a wrap for us. That's the Friday edition. We're done.
Yeah.
And boy, it was a riveting show today,
It really was.
especially with the
what a-
5-second rule.
What a competition we had with
Yeah.
Ken winning
Yeah.
today. Congratulations.
Good
and
stuff.
Corey, just both excellent jobs.
Good stuff. That's a wrap for us, folks. We're out of here. Going to go enjoy the weekend. We say Chow Mein,
Honduras.
and Arriva Dirty. And we always tell you, be kind to one another.
And, have a great weekend ahead. Be safe on the roads. We want to see you back here on Monday.
Folks, have a great weekend. We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then the award-winning, it's the only other show that's award-winning besides ours, the award-winning Priest and a Rabbi, minus the rabbi with the good hair. So it's Father Christian and his guest, Matt Rhodes. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.